Ryan.
And I'm Lorraine. Oh my gosh, we
What?
just showed so much cool stuff just now.
Like a potato eating contest?
There were zero of those, but you know what there was?
What?
We showed the panel from Marvel's Runaways.
Ooh. I heard from a reliable source, that
What?
is Twitter, that Christine Din on the Marvel team, who works on the television stuff, was crying literal tears last night watching the episode that they premiered at the panel.
And I've heard also that there were many people that were so excited about it because the show does such a good job of telling the Runaways story, but in its new, fresh, wonderful form.
Yep.
And those characters are just some of the coolest kids in town,
Yeah.
quite literally.
Ah.
Yeah. And they revealed some really cool stuff, which is, so the first episode has the story unfolding. Of course, it's a rough day when you find out your parents are evil, but the second episode they've revealed is actually going to be the same story, but told from the parents' point of view.
What?
So 360, 2 episodes.
Wow.
I know.
That's a cool way to tell a story.
Yeah, right? I
Yeah,
love
yeah, yeah.
that.
And the parents are super evil.
Yes, super
Spoiler.
evil.
Sorry.
Well, it's in the trailer, so I don't feel like,
Spoilers, I said, okay?
ooh, very spoiled.
I know, totally.
But also,
Yeah.
you guys just got to check out some cool stuff from Marvel Contest of Champions.
Yes.
And they've been doing a tournament here at New York Comic Con,
Yeah.
which is super dope. Every day, you can just go up and play, and the best 5 people from those, playing there in the booth get to go and play a tournament on the stage. The best one of each day comes, and they get to all 3 of those champions from Thursday, Friday, Saturday are going to face off tonight. Grudge Match Royale.
Brass knuckles,
Brass
spiked
knuckles,
baseball bats,
spiked baseball bats,
like vampire teeth.
talking about each other's moms a lot.
Whoa, that's messed up.
I know.
Ain't nobody talking about my mom. I will lay you out.
I know that to be true.
Yep.
Also, I like that one of my favorite Jack Kirby stories, one of my favorite Marvel creators, he was like telling this great story, and he said, in the old days in Lower East Side, New York, like in the 40s, you do a lot of things. You'd beat somebody up, but you would never talk about their moms.
Hell
so
no.
That's how rough it is.
Yeah. Speaking of Contest of Champions, we've been playing and we've
Mm-hmm.
been talking about it the last couple days. Shout out to player It's No Life who messaged me, said they were watching the stream.
Aw.
We're now friends on Contest of Champions. So how about that?
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it's
Are
great.
you guys going to be best friends?
Best friends.
Oh my
Forever.
God.
Yeah. We're going to go to the Balkans. Is that a thing?
Sure.
Did I make that up?
No, that
That's a
exists.
place, right?
Yep.
Harry, our producers are definitely nodding at me that that's a real place I didn't just make up in my head. Great.
Oh, but if you play the Marvel Contest of Champions tourney,
Yes.
there are a bunch of crazy prizes for it.
Yes.
You get a 5-star crystal. It awakens your 5-star Morningstar, which is a new character that they just announced, I believe, on Thursday night.
Like, as someone who plays the game, that they are giving away a 5-star crystal, that they are awakening Morningstar, it's like, well, great. You've just given me the greatest prize that you can give someone. Better than a baby, better than a new car.
Wait. What contest have you gone to where they're just giving away babies?
Oh, I'll tell you all about it after.
Okay, this is scary. And then also there's, and that doesn't even count like all the other cool stuff. Like you
Right.
get an amazing custom trophy, an iPad mini, and all of that cool stuff, and like a swag bag,
They came all out. It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's super fun. And I think it's such a cool way to kind of get out and do gaming community stuff because it's very easy to just like play your games by yourself in your apartment or on the subway or wherever you play.
That's one of the coolest things about video games is like the community aspect because you've got Marvel Contest of Champions, all the other Marvel games, they have these communities that are built around them and the fandoms there.
Totally true.
There's like people at Marvel, we actually have a separate gamers thread of all the people at Marvel who are gamers and like you then watch within that the cliques who play, oh, I play this online shooter or oh, this is who I play in this game and like it's great. Gaming brings out that community really well.
Gaming is bringing us together, you guys.
Or tearing us apart.
No, I'm pretty
Like
sure it's
love.
just bringing. There's too many songs being referenced at one time,
Yep.
and it's going to implode the entire universe.
This is my brain.
It's a scary but beautiful place,
Yeah,
Ryan.
I know.
Oh, but you know what else we didn't talk about from Marvel's Runaways?
Ham.
Also,
no.
Ham. We're going to
Right.
have the cast coming by a little
Ooh.
bit later on the live stream, so we're going to get to go a little bit more in depth with some of the cast members,
Totally.
as well as the showrunners, which I can't wait for because I'm the hugest Runaways fan, as you know.
Yeah.
The best ever. Oh, and I got to look at their lockers.
Is that a euphemism?
No, their lockers are here on the floor, so you
Good,
guys can
because
check
they're
them out
minors.
later.
Just like keep it clean.
That's right. But right now, you guys can watch Thwip, the big Marvel show, over on the Marvel stage.
Wait, that's us.
I know. We're going to teleport there right now. What's up, New York Comic-Con?
Good morning! Give it up! La, 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 la!
This is Thwip,
The Big Marvel Show!
Hey, guys. I'm Lorraine.
I'm Ryan.
And this is Thwip, the Big Marvel Show, a show that we do every week on Marvel.com and the Marvel YouTube channel. And today we're doing it not just live for you guys, but for the fans at home on Marvel Live across wherever the world they're watching it.
Yep, Spain. We've got people in Spain, other places.
España.
Yeah, that's great.
It's super dope.
Brazil? Yes.
Now, if you're here in the crowd today, we did mention we have some cool things that we're going to be sharing with you guys.
Like,
I'm just going to start off with this. So you see this beautiful piece of art with Nova feeding pigeons? This is an original work, you guys. There are one of these in the entire world by the artist, which is Corey Smith, and it was originally done as a piece for Marvel's Quick Draw. There's a whole video online about how this was made with the artist. It only exists here. This is the actual really, really real print, and we're going to give it to somebody who's super dope at trivia at the end of the show.
That's pretty amazing. Corey's going to be here to help us give that away. But I've got this guy here. This is a Matt Ferguson print courtesy of Gray Matter Art. One of only 75 in the world. This was given to us. Matt is an amazing artist. We're going to give this to just someone in the crowd by the end of the show.
But you're going to have to wait to the end of the show to get it. And we also have this. It's 18 of 100 that exists also from Gray Matter, which is super, super dope. And we have these Groot pins. Oh, here. These Groot pins, you have to go and apply for a MasterCard, a Marvel MasterCard.
Yep.
And if you're here and you're approved, you can get one of these exclusive Groot pins, but you don't even have to apply today because you could get one of these exclusive Groot pins, which are super awesome dope. And if you want to get a Marvel MasterCard, you can go to marvelmastercard.com, where you can apply and get all kinds of cool things. Like you could maybe win tickets to a certain Marvel Studios film, all kinds of really, really cool things, plus Marvel points and more.
Yes, so many things, so many opportunities here because we're Thwip and we love you. Straight
up. And we have a lot of cool stuff coming up today.
Yeah.
Just in the way of panels, like we're going to have a signing for a show. You guys kind of like signings, right? Right? Because Marvel's Runaways are stopping by. Ooh, yeah. The new show coming to Hulu.
Yeah, the show actually debuted last night here at New York Comic Con. One of our staff was crying during the episode because it was so good. Legitimately tears flowing down her face.
All I'm going to say is Brian K. Vaughan is one of my favorite writers. He was a consultant on the show.
Yep.
And it sounds like it's going to be very true to the comics. So if you love The Runaways, you're going to love The Runaways.
And I also saw The Weeknd. The Weeknd is signing?
Yes, I did hear it is The Weeknd.
Yes, it is.
Because it's Saturday.
It is. I saw tickets.
But
there are tickets.
To meet the man.
I guess.
In weekend form.
Sure.
There we have it.
People just waving. Hi.
Hi. And we're going to have a lot more coming up on the live stream for marvel.com/NYCC 2017. You guys can check out a ton of stuff there. You can check out photos, articles, live tweets of those panels as they happen in real time. So if you can't make it into the panel, you get capped off. You can check out the live tweets there, and so much more.
Kickboxing instructional videos.
That's not one of the things we're doing.
Cats flying airplanes.
That is not a thing we're doing, but looking into.
We should be.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I support you. Kitty Pryde does fly.
Yes, she does.
Oh, I'm going to get a cat name at Kitty Pryde. Anyways, that's a whole other story. I think we should get to our special guest.
Yes.
Do you guys like animation? How about Disney XD?
Yes.
And who loves Miss Marvel? Well, I think that's it. Kat Kavari, our Miss Marvel from Disney XD, is here with us today.
Come on, Kat. Welcome.
Hi.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sorry.
Kat voices.
I'm making Kat take off her lanyard because I'm mean.
Kat,
There we
where
go.
do you voice Ms. Marvel? Where can our fans, or where will they have seen you? Have a se-
Over here.
Join us right here.
I'm on Disney XD Avengers Assemble.
Woo!
And I will be on Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
The next one.
Love
Marvel
it.
Spider-Man. And there's going to be another Marvel with Black Panther, also on Disney XD. I'm
Heck
going to be on that
yeah.
one as well.
Who likes Black Panther? So you voiced Kamala Khan, of course. What do you feel that you have in common with her as a character?
Oh, man. I feel like I have a lot in commman with Kamala.
She is kind of all of us.
Yeah, absolutely. I just feel like, well, I mean, I totally understand where she's coming from with her family. Like, they just don't get her, and you know, she's always trying to balance like family and trying to be a superhero. And
And you're trying to be a superhero?
I'm always trying to be a superhero.
It's tough.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
No.
It's not easy, especially when you don't have powers. It makes it a lot
You know what?
harder.
Not all heroes wear capes, as they
And
say.
listen, that's how I feel too.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I just love her, and I feel a lot of the pain that she feels trying to transition into being a full-blown superhero.
I love that.
Being a human is hard, let alone a superhero.
Exactly, it's too much, and she's balancing both lives.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
She's the best.
She's amazing.
Is the best. And what has it been like? Like you've said, you've voiced Kamala Khan for a bunch of different shows. What is it like bouncing from show to show? Do you kind of always have the same Kamala, or does it change?
I usually have the same Kamala. I did something recently where Kamala was a little bit more energized.
Oh,
which it's
spoilers.
It's hard to imagine because she's pretty energized as it is.
Caffeinated Kamala
yeah.
is dangerous.
Oh yeah. No, she's wild. But no, for the most part, I get to kind of like consistently be Kamala, which is cool because then, you know, I get to be Kamala the
Yeah.
whole time. You know.
You know what's
Yeah.
awesome? Right out there, there's a Ms. Marvel cosplayer just standing right outside.
Oh, there she
next
is,
to a
Miss
Black
Marvel.
Panther.
Miss Marvel, say hi. This is Miss
Why-
Marvel
I can't
also.
see. Oh yeah, hi.
That's awesome.
Hello.
That's the wonderful thing about
That's
New
so
York
cool.
Comic Con is you never know when you're just going to see a character
Yeah.
that you're really closely
Yeah.
associated with, right?
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's cool to see that.
Have you gotten to do many events like this where you get to meet different cosplayers and things?
This is my first time.
What?
First time New
Yeah,
York
it's
Comic
crazy. I know, I'm super
Give it up for
excited.
Kat's
Woo!
first Comic Con. Anybody else?
Yeah.
First Comic Con?
Yay.
Is it your first Comic Con?
First Comic-Con?
First Comic Con.
Nice.
You know what? First Comic Con? Welcome to
Aw.
First Comic Con. But you guys, we also have a really special treat for you. We do a segment called Master Comics Theater. And
That is so bright.
it is
is bright.
so bright.
My eyes have been destroyed. It's great.
But Kat has agreed to play her character from Disney XD, Miss Marvel, to read Miss Marvel number 6. So let's get into it for
Yeah,
Master Comics Theater.
Give us the lowdown on this, Lorraine, in your fanciest voice.
I would love to. Welcome to Master Comics Theater. Today we read the modern day classic, Miss Marvel number 6, written in the year 2014, way back then, by G. Willow Wilson with the art by the illustrious Jamie McKelvey. We meet our hero, Kamala Khan, an average Muslim girl from New Jersey in the guise of Miss Marvel, as she tracks down the evil and bird-like inventor.
And the art is not by Jamie McKelvey, just the cover was. But
Just
that's,
the cover.
but that's just a little mistake. No big deal. In the role of inventor, Lorraine Sink. In the role of Wolverine, Ryan Panagos. That's me. And in the starring role of Kamala Khan, Kat Kavadi.
And thus we begin.
Why don't we get off to the side so that shows up? People can see this while we voice.
All right, here we go.
Am I good here?
Yep.
Okay.
Now I see that you are deeply relevant to my work. Fight, little girl. I just want to watch you fight for your life.
Sir, infrared has detected someone else approaching the holding tank.
Someone? What do you mean, someone? This place was supposed to be locked down.
Great. More bad guys with swords? How much worse can this day possibly get? Get ready to lose, weird short dude. I've got +10 heals. Power attack! No. You're kidding. It's Wolverine? claws. So amazed.
Ugh. Are you out of your mind, kid? I could have killed you. What in the heck are you doing down here?
I can't believe it. I'm gonna pass out. I totally put you first in my fantasy hero team-up bracket.
Huh?
You're Wolverine. My Wolverine and Storm in Space fanfic was the third most upvoted story on Freaking Awesome last month.
Oh my god.
I had you guys fighting this giant alien blob that farts wormholes.
Sounds great, kid. Wait, so what was the most upvoted story?
Cyclops and Emma Frost romantic vacation in Paris?
This is the worst day of my life.
You have no idea how excited I am to meet you. We are totally twinsies. I've got...
Hold that thought.
Is it dead?
I think we're off.
No, just sleeping.
No. For real?
You really gotta learn to prioritize, kid. Need to take out this bird-headed psychopath's eyes and ears. I'm gonna...
No! Don't do anything. I've totally got this.
Good one. But it ain't Halloween. This is no place for a kid.
This is my fight. The inventor kidnapped my friend's brother and came after me when I rescued him. What are you doing here?
Tracking a runaway. Julie disappeared from the Jean Grey school. Her trail goes cold right here.
Runaway? I saw a bunch of kids like that at the inventor's stash house in Greenville. It was like some kind of weird cult.
Well, that's a problem. People usually don't walk out of cults alive.
You think he's murdering them?
If we're gonna find out what's going on, we gotta get out of this
Slam!
sewer.
Whoa! Embiggen! Oh, come on! Work, Powers! I can't stretch my legs that far. Can I soak a 20-foot drop? Can I heal 2 broken legs? If I make myself really small, it could be easier to break the water's surface tension. Shrink, shrink, shrink! Yeah! Sploosh!
Nice trick, kid.
Not really. My costume is turning into slime. I'm not supposed to get it wet. Are you okay? You look like you're in pain.
I am in pain, so thanks for noticing.
But we're supposed to be super-powered twinsies. You've got healing factor, and I've got healing factor too. Not as awesome as yours. I have to be in my true form, and it makes me tired, but...
I did have a healing factor. I don't anymore.
Oh my god. You're actually hurt.
I am actually hurt.
So, like, now you're just a short, angry man who punches stuff?
I knew I liked you the minute I saw ya.
And that's it.
And that's it. Thank you, guys. Give it up for Kat Kavari. Where can fans find you online?
On Instagram, Catherine Kavari. It's spelled Catherine, but it's pronounced Catherine. It's very confusing. Catherine Kavari. And Twitter, same thing, Catherine Kavari. That's pretty much it.
And be sure to check out all of Miss Marvel's shows on Disney XD.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
you
you
for
guys.
having
Give it
me.
up.
Woo! Thank you, Kat.
Thank you.
Now let's see. I think they're going to be moving these stanchions. So you folks who are interested in playing some trivia with us, you should head on this way. Head on this way. If you're interested in playing some Marvel trivia, we are going to do a little something we call the Infinity Wheel. And let me just remind you, I have this original art by Corey Smith, created for Marvel's Quick Draw. You guys can come in. Come on in. Don't be afraid. We have this original art by Corey Smith from Marvel's Quick Draw. This is the only piece of art that exists. Judy Stevens, our producer, running off.
Corey, are you here? Come on up.
And Corey is here, even the better.
Corey, how you doing?
Good.
How long did it take you to do this piece of art?
2 to 3 hours, I think.
Okay, it's 2 to 3 hours. That's like worth $9,000, let's say.
If it was, that'd be great.
But all right, so
So
we're
you've drawn a bit of Nova before. What's your favorite thing about drawing Sam Alexander Nova?
I think he's a really good kid. He's got a good heart. He loves his family, and he's just always trying to do the right thing. So it was a lot of fun drawing Nova for a while.
Well, I think the person that gets this, we're going to make sure that there's somebody who's trying to do the right thing, right? It seems right?
I don't know what you're saying, but yeah, 100%.
Okay, totes.
Yeah,
Great. Perfect.
go with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It feels right.
Okay. I've literally no idea what she's talking about. This is what Thwip is, and I love it.
I just said that we'll make sure that somebody is trying to do right by the world.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Cool.
Sam Alexander.
Yep. Like Sam.
Now you're with me.
Now we're all on the same page.
All right.
Awesome. And where can fans find you online, we should say?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at CSmithArts. They're both.
Wonderful. You know what? In fact, Corey, I'm going to give you this piece of art, and I'm going to let you just hang out here, and when you think somebody deserves your work, you're going to give it to them.
I get to choose?
You get to choose. You have the power.
I now understand what she's talking about. It's great. It finally clicked in my brain.
Okay, great. Judy Stevens, which side are we lining people up on? Over here. So if you want to play some trivia with us and maybe get that cool piece of art or a Spider-Man Homecoming print or an exclusive group pin for New York Comic-Con or some other cool stuff, I'm just going to give you a hint. Nobody's going to walk away with nothing in their hands. Just saying. The brave win the most.
Stuff for everyone. All right.
All
Do we
right.
have our first victim? Come on up.
Come on down. Come join us.
We're lining up over there.
Come right here to me. What's your name?
Brendan.
Brendan. Why don't you spin the wheel? Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
All right, let's see what we got here. Let's all move down stage a little bit, Ryan. Let's all come in. Yeah, there we go. Real villains.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a name. You're going to tell me if this is a real villain in the Marvel Universe or not. You ready?
Yeah.
Egghead.
Yes.
Correct. Real.
Correct.
First appeared in the 60s in Tales to Astonish number 38.
Heck yeah, I did.
Yeah. That's a correct answer.
That's a correct answer. And
Well-
for you, we've got a Darth Maul comic. Enjoy. That way.
Thank you.
Next victim, come on down. Come hang out with us. Woohoo! All right, what's your name?
Nathan.
Nathan, are you ready to spin the wheel? Heck yeah! All right, I like that enthusiasm. Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. And dance.
Dance, dance, dance.
Where are the pins?
Yes, we have Name That Superpower.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
So, you're going to tell me the name of the superhero when I tell you the superpower.
Okay.
All right? Unbreakable skin and super strength.
Superman?
But I don't know who that is. I'm going
Get
to give you
out.
one more chance.
Get out. Get off the stage. You're
You know what?
banned.
We have some buttons here.
We'll give you,
You
a
can
button.
have a Thwip the Big Marvel Show. Thanks for playing. Next time, a real character that exists.
Yeah. Not some nonsense.
Come on over.
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh. You guys. Is this your hostage?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Will.
Really? I thought you guys just had like letters and numbers as your name, as stormtroopers. No?
No.
Well, you're one of the lucky ones. And what's your name?
Princess Leia.
Nice to meet you, Princess Leia. Will, would you like to spin the wheel? Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Oh,
Ooh, what
that
a
was a
powerful
really good spin.
spin. Catchphrase. All right. So, Will, here, come stand with me just here. Come look out there. Okay. I'm going to tell you a character's catchphrase, and you are going to tell me what character said it, okay? My spider sense is tingling, man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, that's
Yay!
right!
Give it up
Good
for
job,
Will.
Will.
Hey, Will, guess what?
It sounds like
You're the winner.
You get that original art here with the artist, Corey Smith. And that's Sam Alexander. He's a kid like you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Thank
One
you.
of a
Everybody give it
kind.
up for
Thank
Will.
you, Will.
What a good job. Come on down. Next victim.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate it.
Hi.
Check him out on social media.
Thank you, Corey. All right, what's your name? Come up, come close.
Nick.
Nick. All right, are you ready to spin the wheel?
I'm ready.
Okay, spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
One of our favorites, alien race or cheese. I'm going to tell you a word, and you're going to tell me if it is an alien race within the Marvel Comics universe or just a kind of cheese in reality. Does that sound good? Great. All right. This is hard to pronounce. Arquinde.
Alien race?
It sure is an alien race from Incredible Hulk number 92.
I feel
They're
like-
large land animals from the planet Sakaar.
I feel like that was a tough one.
That was a tough one.
And you get a Spider-Man print. You're welcome. Thank
All
you.
right. Next victim, come on down. Hello there. What's your name?
Alex.
Alex, why don't you spin the wheel?
You're doing it, Lorraine.
I'm
You're great.
really attached to it. Catch a phrase.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a phrase. You're going to tell me what character says it. You ready?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. What famous mutant is the father of Wanda Maximoff, a.k.a. the Scarlet Witch?
Magneto.
Yeah, that's
All right.
absolutely right.
For that, you get a free month of Marvel Unlimited.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Digital
access
comics for you.
20,000 comics. Come,
Come
on
on
down,
next.
next person. Hey, come on. Hop on up. What's your name?
Brian.
Wow,
Ryan,
I
why don't
like
you
that.
spin the wheel?
Good energy, good hops. Name that superpower. All right, I'm going to give you a superpower. You tell me the name of the hero or villain. Hypersonic shout.
I know. I've seen you around. I know you're a big comic fan.
He's a Daredevil villain. And
So,
What
like
color
the
is
color?
the carpet?
black.
What if you had something on your head?
A hat. A cap.
Like a tuning fork on his. You're right. It's fine.
Blackboard!
Correct. Yay!
Yeah, there we got it. I think that calls for a comic.
Yeah, give him a
Here we
comic.
go.
Next up, come on.
Come on down.
Thank you.
All right. What is your name?
Justin.
Justin,
right,
spin the
Justin.
wheel. Name that superpower.
Okay. Control over the weather. Who has the power to control the weather?
Storm.
Correct.
That's
you
right.
got it.
I think you deserve a Groot pin exclusive because you're not old enough to get a MasterCard. There you
Aw,
go.
Very nice. Well done.
Come on up. What is your name?
Brad.
Brad, will you spin the wheel? Catch a phrase. I'm going to give you a catchphrase. You're going to tell me who said it. Excelsior. He's not so much a character.
Yeah.
Stan the man.
Heck yeah, Stan Lee. I think that calls for a Spider-Man print. Thank you. Come on up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, what's your name?
Stefan.
Stefan, spin the wheel.
These some good spins today. That was solid.
Superhero charades.
Okay. We're gonna need you to probably.
You want me to act it out?
I'll act it. All right. You know what? I'll act it out, and you have to tell me what the character is.
So
okay?
you're going to guess what the character is. You got it?
Sure. Hawkeye.
It
You
wasn't
got
so
it.
hard.
That wasn't
It's
so
great.
hard. You
It's
got
great.
it right away.
And you get a free month of Marvel Unlimited for that one.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Come on up. All right. What's your name?
Francesca?
Francesca, spin the wheel, please.
Yeah.
Are you
that
a
was
real
really-
agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. I'm a big fan of your work, Francesca. And you have Name That Superpower.
Okay. These are all really tough.
I bet Ryan could make one up if he needed to.
Sure. Proportionate strength and speed of a spider.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man!
That's right,
yes.
Spider-Man. I think. What
I think
do you
you get something Spider-Man for that.
Yes.
This is very rare. This is a special
Right there.
one of
You can go ahead and
100.
take it.
Come on this way.
One of
There you go.
100 from Gray Matter, a very special
Yeah,
print.
thank
Enjoy,
you.
Francesca.
All right.
Take good care of it.
Who we got next?
Come on up. What's your name?
Ooh,
Oh, Anthony.
that T-shirt.
Spin the wheel.
A little
Troublemaker.
scary. Spin the wheel.
Spin it. Oh, wow, really batting down the hatches. All right. Here we go. Name that superpower,
It really likes
Ryan.
Name That Superpower. Okay, this one is a tough one. I'm looking at you for this one.
Okay.
A good luck power brought on by a displaced poltergeist. She is an Irish hero, so think of Irish things. Maybe something green that grows out of the ground. I think that's a...
Like a four-leaf clover kind of, right?
Yeah, but what else would you call that?
What a sham.
Shamrock.
Shamrock!
you
he
got it all on your
Great
own.
job! Have a Spider-Man print, sir.
Okay, and you guys stick
Thank
around
you.
because we still have something really big to give away.
Yep.
Come on up. Hurry on up.
That's an interesting costume.
Interesting look.
Please have a
Name?
spin.
Joe.
Joe, spin the wheel. All right, what do we got? Real villains.
Okay. You're going to have to tell me if this character is a real villain or someone we made up.
Okay.
Bomb.com.
Someone you made up.
Correct. It's
That's
a
right,
fake.
that is fake. That does not exist, but it doesn't mean it won't someday.
Here's a month of Marvel Unlimited for you.
Come on up. Hello, your name is?
Matt.
Matt, spin the wheel.
I like that X-Men t-shirt.
And here we go. It's catch a phrase. All right. If you don't get this, we're in trouble. Hulk smash.
The Hulk.
Yeah,
Wow.
you got it.
Well done. For that hard one, you get a Spider-Man print.
Come on up. Hey there, what's your name? Great. Headphones.
Joe.
Joe, spin the wheel.
Yesterday we had a lot of Mikes. Today we have a lot of Joes.
A lot of Joes, yeah.
New York.
Origin story. I'm going to give you an origin story. You're going to tell me who it is. Okay, let's see. They were working with S.H.I.E.L.D., and Sergeant Nick Fury was the leader of the group in World War II. So this is a group that worked with Nick Fury in World War II. The Howling...
Yeah, that's all I got.
that half credit counts.
Yeah, half credit. Give him something. Give him all the comics.
There you go.
Next
Enjoy.
up.
Come on up.
Thank you.
I'll be nice. What's your name?
Mo.
Mo. Oh, go ahead and swim. Joe and Mo? Lovely. All right, Mo. Let's see what you got here. Such a good spin.
Another origin story.
I'm going to be so nice. This guy was bitten by a radioactive spider.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's right. I think that calls for a group pin from Marvel MasterCard. There you go.
Great. Thank you.
Come on up. Hurry on down.
We've got one
last one after this guy, and then we're done. What's your name?
EJ.
EJ, welcome. Give us a spin. Real villains.
Real villains. All right, you're going to have to tell me if this character is a real villain or a fake that we made up. Hellcow.
Hellcow's real.
Hellcow is real.
That's great. I think that definitely calls for a poster.
Yep. Come on down. There you go. And I think...
All right.
Thank you.
We've got to give away our biggest thing at this point.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
just about at the end of our show.
Judy, come
But,
up with
you
it.
know, gather around. We want to know who is like the biggest Marvel fan and who loves I'm talking loves big, fancy prints. The producer behind it belongs to us, but you get the print.
I am willing to negotiate for you to also
Ryan,
take
no,
Judy. No.
we still need her for Comic-Con.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
How do we? There's some really good
Okay.
costumers.
Let's see who's got a great Marvel cosplay. Who's? Oh my
feel like
gosh.
this
Black
Black
Panther,
Panther-
how did I not see you right here in the front? Black Panther, would you come on stage? Go ever so gingerly.
Yeah, he's like, his field of vision is severely impaired in that helmet, but it looks amazing.
Oh my gosh. Black Panther, you guys, look at this cosplay. You look incredible. You look like royalty.
Wow.
That was. Oh my gosh, I don't know, that did something to me.
That was
Hi.
great. That
was amazing.
That deserves to win to get this wonderful 1 of 75 print from Gray Matter Art by Matt Ferguson. Wonderful stuff. If you like Gray Matter, they're down the show floor. They're wonderful.
And congrats, what's your name when you're not being T'Challa?
Lovey.
Lovey, congratulations, enjoy. You are amazing. There you go. You guys, that's it for us here on Thwip, the Big Marvel Show, but stay here with us on Marvel Live. We have a lot more coming up next, so stick around. Thanks, you guys.
Bye.
Hello, you guys. You're watching Marvel Live. I'm Lorraine, and I'm here with the cast of Marvel's Runaways, as well as our showrunner.
One of them.
One of them. One of them. I don't want to leave out Stephanie.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you guys had your big panel last night. Yep. The trailer's out there. I know I've been freaking out about it. Just how does it feel to finally get to share this thing you've been working about? People have been buzzing about it.
It's amazing. Last night when the trailer came out, I was freaking out, and then when they showed the exclusive clip, like all through season 1, I fully standed up from my chair and I was like, ah!
That's true, she did.
I came back to the hotel room and I saw that our trailer's number 4 on trending.
Heck yeah, it is.
Really? Yeah. And number 5 was Gal Gadot. Number 5 was Gal
Eating her
Gadot.
first Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh
so
my God.
That's pretty big news.
That's
pretty
pretty big news.
Yeah.
That's
No,
amazing.
it was awesome. Stephanie and I have been working on this thing for over 2.5 years. So
Wow.
to finally be there and get to share it with thousands of people was incredibly fulfilling.
I love that. And actually, speaking of that, you know, you and Stephanie have worked together a lot on OC and
have.
Gossip Girl,
Yeah.
and you've also worked on Chuck, so you've
Yeah.
got some superpower stuff
Sure.
in there.
Some nerd cred, yeah.
Some nerd cred.
Yeah.
What is it like blending those two genres at last?
It's awesome. I feel like it's like everything I love to do coming together in one show. So it's been great. And to be able to work with these guys, that's the best part.
I know. Now, Lyrica, you are Nico, and Nico
No pressure.
is
No pressure.
so badass, just straight up. And now she has a little bit story than we might know from the comics. What can you tell us that's fair game?
I mean,
You've said too much.
I'm so
Get
sorry.
outta here.
Please can I have my job back.
It's too late. You're on film.
Yeah, this is live.
No, she is very true to what we know of Nico from the comics, except just with a lot more. Like she has, you get to know her backstory and more about her relationship with her parents, and yeah, y'all need to check it out. She's a badass.
Well, she sounds pretty magical. But anyways, Renzi.
Let's ask Renzi about his powers.
Yeah, Renzi, what's your powers?
That's a sore spot, and I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, you have the best superpower, some might say, because you are crazy smart.
Okay.
As
I will
Alice
take it.
Wilder.
I like the sound of that. We're gonna go with it.
You know how to like game the system. Are you into gaming and that kind of thing too?
I mean, yes. I have a PlayStation. I play it as often as I can.
There you
when
go.
I'm not reading and working.
Yeah, when you're not studying your lines, of course. Yeah.
And doing lots of calculus also?
Oh, all the time. Actually, no. I suck at calculus. I did pre-calc half of my senior year. I dropped the class. I had a 24% in it. Like 24%.
That's how good of an actor he is. You would think on camera he got at least an
But I pull
80%
it off,
calculus.
Don't I? So,
You do.
no, it's
Remarkably well.
he's a very calculated, he's a very strategic guy. So he has his place in the Runaways. But I could use a dinosaur or something. That could be cool.
If only there were a dinosaur to have.
Why would there be a dinosaur?
I don't know. I wonder why it's on the poster. Anyway.
Yeah.
Now, Allegra, you are Molly.
Yes, I am.
And Molly, I love Molly. In the comics, she's very much a kind of heart. And you also have a really interesting relationship with Gert.
Yes, I am her adopted sister. The Yorks took me in as her adopted sister.
What a great family to
It's
have.
an amazing family because Ariel and I have grown so close throughout this whole experience, just as well as I've grown close with everyone here in this family that we have. So our chemistry, we like butt heads, not butt heads, but we like come together and we make really good scenes, not butt heads.
Butt heads in the best sense of the word, yeah.
Best sense of
The
way,
truth
like
came
as
out.
sisters, like we're
Right.
really relatable. Like we
You
relate to
love
each other all the
heads.
time.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the best part
We'll
about
work on
being
it.
her sister is that she's very protective of me, and I'm very protective of her. And then also we have a dinosaur who is protective of both of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, what is that like having a dinosaur, which I assume is not a real live dinosaur that I know
Well-
of, unless you have one of the blow up ones that you see out on the pond floor.
That's where
On
we
set.
decided to save some money and just get an inflatable dinosaur. And
Oh, wait, okay, you said that you voiced the dinosaur.
that's not true.
Darn it.
Every once in a while, you guys need a cue off camera. I'm happy to provide one.
He gives the greatest roar.
I do.
Can-
I like to roar.
Maybe a special feature later on down the road.
This bit
Josh
has gone
Schwartz,
too far.
dinosaur old lace.
Way down the road. Way down the road.
Okay.
Season 5.
Okay, so you have quite the voice. We're all talking about karaoke and singing.
Oh God.
Yeah. I think they need to do The Weeknd's here.
Yeah.
The weekend's here.
Allegra, do you know a song by The Weeknd?
Yeah, I do.
How does it go?
Oh, but don't sing too much of
Oh,
it because we don't have
we
the
don't
rights.
have the rights to
But
it.
The rights. I knew
Oh,
it.
but I
right.
do want to ask you guys if you were to choose a karaoke song for your character, who would it be? And you have to choose for Old Lace, obviously.
Copy that. Oh, okay.
This is a hard question. These are hard-hitting
Oh,
questions.
okay.
My reference is going to date myself. Do you remember that song, Do the Dinosaur?
Heck yeah, I do.
That seems
Nothing
like the
dated
appropriate
about
song.
that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
These guys have no idea what I'm
Does
talking
seem
about.
like
No idea what
We'll tell you guys
Boom,
later.
boom, shakalaka laka boom. Yeah.
I know Boom Shakalaka.
No, different. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Great.
I think like for Molly, I think it would be like Missy Elliott. Where are they from?
I love it. Where are they from? Mhm, Yep.
I
And
might,
she would just jam out to it, and then she's like, "Where are they from?" Because like, where is she from?
I
Oh,
love that
deep.
deep.
hard.
You
I
know
love
what? I
that.
just thought of that, and I'm like, "Oh my god, good job, Allegra."
No, if I had to pick one, I might episode 1, Mr. Lonely, Akon. Break it
Oh,
down. A little
Mr.
somber note.
Lonely. I love it.
It's a little sad.
I think with Nico, just anything by Stevie Nicks. Like,
Stevie Nicks, I love it. She's like in it. She's
and
moody.
maybe the Cranberries, and maybe
Ooh.
like,
Ooh, very Cranberries, like Zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Make
it.
you wonder.
I love that, you guys. That was a really good insight into your characters. I'm excited for it. And we're going to have cool insights right now when we show you the new teaser trailer for Marvel's Runaways. Check it out.
Oh. The kids that know you when you're young, no one will ever know you like that again. Don't give up on that.
You gonna let us in?
I hope you're right about this not being a big deal.
They're teenagers. The last thing they're interested in is what their parents are doing.
It's time.
Where are they? Why is my mom's purse here?
This is some Narnia shit. What is happening?
Get away from her! You don't have to hide who you really are.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here with the other half of the cast of Marvel's Runaways and my other showrunner. Welcome, you guys. So we were just talking a little bit about the panel. For you guys are superheroes in the Marvel universe. What is that like for you? Your first coming out party as superheroes?
It's really fun. We finally get to talk about what we've been doing for the last few months. So that's really exciting. And seeing the pilot with an audience last night was so much fun, and seeing their reaction. And yeah, it's incredible to finally be here and talking about it with fans.
Yeah, people keep saying, like, your life is going to change from this, and I'm always like, da, da, da. And then I got here and I was like, oh,
this
my life might change from this.
Yeah, in all honesty, like, I think it's pretty amazing because at the end of the day, we are so excited to go to work every single day because we love what we do. But at the same time, coming here, seeing the fans, seeing last night's reaction, it makes us all, for me anyway, I'm sure more excited now to go to work on Monday morning and try and do even better than what we've been doing. So it's pretty cool. I'm very humbling to see everyone kind of give us the reaction that they gave us.
I love that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Like, I don't need the validation, but it's cool. It's
Yeah, but I could use it, you know.
Don't mind it.
Now, Stephanie, is this your first Comic-Con?
This is my first.
Oh my gosh, is this crazy for you?
Yeah, it's insane. But I have to say, everyone is so nice and positive, and like it just feels really great to be here. It's a very different vibe.
I know, it is
So
a
is the
very
other
different
thing.
vibe. Wait, now, so you and Josh have worked on OC and Gossip Girl together, and you like know how to do a good teenage show.
Thank you.
What do you think is the key to telling these kinds of stories in a way that is really well received by adults and kids?
I think it's treating the kids with the same respect that you would treat an adult character and giving their struggles the same weight that you would an adult character. Josh and I have sort of made our business out of telling teen stories where the stakes feel like they're life and death, but now we're actually doing a show where the stakes are life and death.
So it's all
kinda
coming
makes
to
sense.
fruition.
Exactly.
Now, Carolina Dean, love her. I love all the Runaways. I'm obsessed with the Runaways. I am a huge Runaways geek.
Yay.
Carolina, I love her as a character. She's really, I think, emotionally complex. What do you think you feel is the closest part of her to you?
I don't know. I think all of it. I guess I think everyone can kind of relate to at times in their life, not really knowing who they are, especially that age. So I think it's a really cool journey and arc to go on with Carolina as she gets to know herself better, and just being able to explore that part of a character and go on such a complex journey is really fun.
I love that. Now, you play Gert Yorks, and I have to say, Gert, she's straight up dope, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Super cool. She's all right.
I'm gonna say, I don't know if this is canon, but I'm gonna make it canon, which is she's like maybe the most like woke character in the Marvel universe.
I'd like to meet the more woke
Yeah.
character. Hash it out. There can only be one.
So you're like the perfect person to play this. I can tell already.
Yeah.
She came into her interview basically wearing Gert's wardrobe,
I
and
do.
not because she had seen the comic and like made it up, but like that's
Because
from
you're
her
Gert.
closet. Yeah,
I didn't know what I was auditioning for. That was just me.
I love that so much. And now you also have an interesting maybe relationship with a dinosaur.
Yeah.
What is it like sort of having, I don't know, a real kinship, a real telepathic feeling kinship with someone?
Yeah, she's really, really cool. She's like my best friend. We hang out every weekend. She's so professional to work with. She would have loved to be here, but she's just, jet
So
setting
you've
around.
completely accepted her as a reality.
Oh, yes, it's so real to me.
Excellent. And now you play Chase. Chase is somebody who is also, he has a great sort of duality about him because he kind of gets this like jock rap, but there's a lot of more sort of technical things about him. How do you sort of prepare yourself for that kind of duality in your character?
Well, I think that's what makes it fun. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't want to play a one-dimensional character.
Of course.
And Josh and Steph do a great job at making sure that Chase is very layered, and I think he's a little bit different than in the comics. It's been fun. I mean, working with James, my dad, has been ridiculous. Like, I love working with him.
Oh, great.
It's been fun. Me personally, in my life, I have the most amazing parents, and so to kind of put myself in that position of dealing with a father who maybe isn't your best friend,
Right.
Which a lot of kids, unfortunately, kind of have that relationship with their parents. It's been a lot of fun, and then being sarcastic and fun and having those different parts of my character has been a blast. And I get to use Vistagon. So
Yeah, that's so cool. You guys, we just have to wrap up right now, but stay here. We're going to have a locker tour from some of your guys' lockers that are down on the floor. Did you guys get to see them yet?
We saw Alex's and Nico's.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we got to go check out some lockers. You check out those lockers right now.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Hey, Marvelites. I'm here at the Hulu booth, showered in beautiful Hulu green. And behind me are the lockers that belong to the Runaways. You guys, I know you're super excited to see Marvel's Runaways come to Hulu on November 21st. And I'm going to take a little peek at some of the Runaways lockers here for the show. Let's take a look. Okay. First of all, I'm right here with the staff of one, which I know belongs to Nico. Nico, well, let's just look in her locker and see what she's about. I think if you've read the comic, you know she's into witchcraft or something of the like. You might know that her nickname in comics is Sister Grimm. She's got kind of some goth vibes going on. We have a beautiful, like, leather-bound journal that seems to have some sort of crafting elements that who knows what those are about. I have a feeling it might have something to do with magic. She also has a lot of candles, some books about the history of witchcraft and how to get into it, as well as lots and lots of components for potions. And of course, you gotta have candles, right? I assume, you know, if you're setting up some sort of hex, I don't know. And over this way, this locker belongs to Alex. Let's see, Alex Wilder, one of the central figures of the show. Here he is right here with his pals, the Runaways. And of course, Alex is a really big gamer. And you might notice he's got his little controller here for his PS4. He's got his tablet and his notes. He's very good at notes, and he's really great at calculus. He's great with math. Oh, and look, there are even his signature glasses and, of course, some sweet kicks. He's a really intelligent kid, and I think you're going to see that in the show of Marvel's Runaways on Hulu, November 21st.
Now signing on the Marvel stage, Marvel's Runaways cast. We have Allegra Acosta, who plays Molly. Ariella Barrera, who plays Gert. Virginia Gardner, playing Carolina. Greg Sulkin, who is Chase. Lyrica Akano, playing Nico. Renzi Veliz, playing Alex. Stephanie Savage, your executive producer and showrunner. Josh Schwartz, your executive producer and showrunner. And of course, executive producer, Mr. Jeff Loeb. Marvel's Runaways, premiering on Hulu, November 21st.
They'll never catch me. It's pretty great.
Oh, wow. I
know.
can't believe you got away with it. Oh, hey,
Hey, what's up?
guys. So we just talked to the cast of Marvel's Runaways. You just saw a little bit of them doing their signing downstairs.
They are the sweetest.
They are so cute. And what you guys didn't even get to see, which was so cool, I'm going to tell tales from behind the cameras, which is Allegra Acosta, who plays Molly, who's a doll, of course, has an incredible singing voice. We mentioned that The Weeknd is doing a signing this weekend. That's confusing, but she got very excited and she started singing his music. It was legit, you guys. Girl
I
can
don't know
sing.
the song that she was singing.
It's
right?
a song?
Music, but I thought she had a great voice.
Oh my gosh.
It was a tune I could probably listen to. It was great.
Yeah.
She was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go karaoke with the Runaways now so bad.
Can I get real for a second?
Please.
So there's some shifts to some of the story elements.
Totally. As
and-
there always are.
Yeah, and so Molly is adopted in the
Right.
story. And so my wife and I are in a waiting family for adoption. So I'm really excited to see how they portray this and they do all this
Yeah.
stuff in the show and how that's portrayed, because it's when you're in that world, there's a whole lot of stuff going on there, and how you think about that stuff.
Oh, Ryan, that's
What?
so nice.
Yeah, no, it's going to be
That's
great.
so
I'm excited.
nice. I'm excited too, and I'm excited to see it on the show. And also, Gertrude Yorks, is my inner spirit animal.
Yes.
Like, I wish so much that I had Gertrude Yorks when I was a teenager, because she is one of these people who, she's like a fully realized woman and she's like 15. You know what I mean? She's very self-possessed.
Yes.
She's very much like, I don't care. You know, she doesn't say thank you exclamation point at the end of her emails like her friend Chloe Wilson doesn't either. She doesn't say thank you.
Whoa.
That's her thing.
Okay.
We talked about it earlier.
Huh.
Oh, I wish Chloe was. Oh, Chloe. Yeah, Chloe Wilson. She doesn't say thank you exclamation point in her emails. She won't.
Okay.
That's a
Cool.
whole. It's a whole story. Because she's self-possessed. She owns it.
Interesting.
Just like Gertrude Yorks.
I'm not sure where we're going here, but I like it. Let's talk more about dropping the exclamation points.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you did the booth tour.
I did the booth tour. I got to see in the
Tour of
lockers.
the lockers.
Mhm.
Did you steal anything?
You know what? I did straight up steal.
Yeah.
Nico has a bunch of like little dried herbs and things that to do spells with. I don't know. Maybe, I assume it looks real witchy in there. I mean, there's a pentagram.
Ooh.
So I was like, I'm gonna do some spells at home for my soul capturing. Remember, because the Marvel Contest of Champions, I like to steal.
Bringing it
souls.
all back
Full
around.
circle,
I like
you
it.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it was really cool. And actually, it's super cute because in Alex Wilder's locker, there's like the little PS4 controller. Like,
Aw.
he's like, I gotta be gaming 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his glasses, which worries me because I'm like, is this kid walking around blind?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to move without my glasses.
Yeah, no, you really don't.
It is not fun. But we are going to be going to a Funko booth tour really soon. Remember when we went to the Funko headquarters?
That was so
That was the
super
greatest
fun.
time. You guys can watch that as an episode of the Big Marvel Show on Marvel YouTube and our Facebook show page for Thwip, the big Marvel show.
There's basically like a whole Marvel land that exists there where there are huge Funko Pops that you can like hang out with, post with, be best friends with, go on dates with, fall in love with, marry, create Funko babies.
Funko babies. They got just giant heads and they bloop, fall over.
But they're always like, oh.
Yeah, like most babies.
Oh, yeah,
As someone who
babies
does not have a
do-
baby, I'm pretty sure they just have giant heads and they fall right over.
That is kind of accurate, actually. So let's watch these Funko babies on this Funko booth tour right now, you guys. Hey Marvelites, I'm down at the Funko booth with my friend Yoko, and we're going to check out some of the cool exclusives for New York Comic Con. But for anyone who doesn't know what a Funko Pop is, what is it?
So Funko Pops are these figures. They've been around since 2010. They're about 3 3/4 inches vinyl figures. Lots of variants, lots of fun. Some have textures like fuzziness, like on this lockjaw here. They all come in these boxes, so you can display them in box or out of box. And the best part is they're not sealed, so you can take them in and out. As you please. Yeah.
We actually just got to go on a tour of your store in Everett, but now you have a storefront where people can buy these things. What was it like just getting to open the store, and what is the store like for people who haven't seen that?
Oh, the store is amazing. It just opened in mid-August. It's 17,000 square feet of like pure Funko joy. You know, scenes and giant statues, and it's amazing. We try to go down there every day just to kind of immerse ourselves in the product and the people that are enjoying it for the first time. It's so much fun. It's so inspiring to go down there and see the enjoyment every day.
It's so cool. One of my favorite things is you guys do have those huge displays. You have like a whole Marvel land where you can take pictures with huge Funko Pops. And one of my personal favorites in the Star Wars area, I took a picture with a Wampa and Luke hanging from the ceiling of Star Wars. But let's talk a little bit about the exclusives you have. So let's start first with this Lockjaw, and what makes him distinct?
Yeah, so he's what we call flocked, which means he's fuzzy. And I'll just take him out real quick. It's harder to see.
Right, so he's not really a lockjaw so much as he is a flocked jaw?
Yes, he is, flocked jaw.
Love it.
It's really cute.
Oh, it's so sweet. He's so fuzzy.
Yes, yeah.
Now, people may have seen a lockjaw before, and he is a more matte.
Yes, yep, it's got that, it's just that vinyl finish, and this has just added the little fuzziness to it.
I love it. And you can only get these here at New York Comic Con 2017, right?
Absolutely, yep.
Awesome. And if fans are coming to the convention later in the week and they want to get exclusives, there is a process. How do people go about doing it?
So our booth was ticketed. It was an online lottery system that took place ahead of time. At the end of the day, it is worth checking back to see if we have stock still available. We do open up the line. Cool. Also, many of these are actually shared with other retailers. So if you go to Funko.com's blog, there is a list of the items that are shared and what retailers they're available at.
Very cool. Okay, let's keep checking these out. So I see a friend, Old Man Logan, but he has two versions. Can we talk about him?
Yep. So we've got the pop version and our newer line. It's been around for a couple years now, called Dorbs.
Which are adorbs.
Yes, they are so cute. They're usually smiling. Old Man Logan is not smiling.
No, Old Man Logan does not smile. He's lived a hard life.
yeah, it's a little rough, huh? But still so cute. Unlike the pops that do have the springs in their heads, the Dorbs is just stays put in one figure.
No bobblehead.
Yep.
Very, very cute. And then, of course, we have Old Man Logan in his bobblehead form.
Yep.
So cute.
Not too happy looking there either.
No, he still had a bad day.
Yeah.
And now these look familiar to me from a certain film that's coming out in November, Marvel Studios' Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, we have a huge line for Thor Ragnarok. I personally am so excited to see this movie. We've got Casual Hulk is kind of what we're calling him.
I love that he's casual. He is wearing his, I don't know, bathroom attire almost. Yeah. He's like in a sweet little skirt.
Yeah. It's a heavy pop too, if you feel him
compared
to others. Yeah.
I love the detail that he has all of those sort of necklaces, really casual look.
We can pop him out real quick too.
I'm very excited by these pops because I think it's always cool to see the toys before the film comes out because you're getting a little preview of what you might see in the film. I think is always exciting. We have also Grandmaster, who is played by Jeff Goldblum. Yes. And there he is. Oh, he's so cute.
All the details.
I love that he has all of the details of the facial paint also. Yeah. And let's wrap up with, this is a different sort of character in the Marvel Universe, James Gunn.
We knew that James Gunn is a huge collector. There's a great picture of him with his pops in the back. So, we decided to honor him in pop form too. So, that's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, you guys can get all of these Marvel characters and more here at the Funko booth. If you're here throughout the weekend, or where can they check it out online?
Funko.com for more information.
There you go. Yeah. Let's see what's going on with them now at Marvel Live.
Oh my gosh, those Funkos are so cute.
I know, aren't they so cute? My favorite is that Hulk in the loincloth situation is called Casual Hulk.
I love Hulk in a loincloth.
I know, it's my favorite
Yeah.
Hulk.
I like the lockjaw though. It was flocked, right?
It's flocked jaw.
Rain.
I know.
Rain. So good.
I'm here to pun all day long.
Yep.
It's the best.
We're looking at some of the tweets.
Yeah.
There was a question in here from Wimsad Mojo. I don't know if, because I can't remember it, asking, how is the dinosaur introduced in the comic, in the Runaways comics?
In the comics, I
Yeah.
mean, should I go into it?
Real quick, what's the...
As I recall it to be, it's sort of like Gert finds this like locker type thing where she's like, "This was intended for me from my parents," and then it comes out and it's like a horrifying dinosaur, and then she's like, "I wish this thing would stop," and then it does because of her mind.
Wow, that was... All right, you really did it. Like,
I
real
told
quick.
you I'm obsessed with the Runaways. I love it. They're my faves.
Yeah, and then...
But who
over
knows how it'll go
time-
in the show? I mean,
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm putting that out there.
Yeah, and over time, Old Lace and Old Lace's relationship with the rest of the kids and everything that's happened. And then you look at the current comic, the Runaways comic that just launched, like this past month. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
There's-
gosh, yes. Rainbow Rowell, Chris Anka created the new Runaways comic. And if you love the first Runaways run, you will love this because it has all of your favorite characters from the Runaways. And there's love, and there's redemption, and there's new chances, you guys. And there's a Harlequin romance cover with 2 chases that is going to change the way you look at Chase.
I like that.
Yeah, it's
Wimsad
good.
Mojo has an interesting question for us. What did
Sure.
you have in your high school locker? Do you remember any? I can't remember.
I never
anything.
went to my locker.
You didn't go to school?
I didn't go to school.
Uh-huh.
I grew up. No, this is terrible. I definitely went to school. I was real uptight about it, as you might imagine, from knowing me. But I pretty much just left like 2 really big books in there, and that was it. I didn't dress it up nearly as cool as theirs.
Steve Sofner asks, am I wearing a sample ECHL Marvel jersey?
Are you?
I am. It's
Ooh.
not even so much a sample. This is a custom version of one of the ECHL jerseys.
What does it say on the back?
It says Agent M. It has my lucky number 13. And this is a
Oh.
version for the Reading Royals, which is one of the hockey teams in the ECHL. It's really cool. We just announced that partnership just this past week.
Does that mean you have hockey superpowers?
Yes, I don't. What does the hockey do? They like puck man.
Okay, that's all, that's all a lie. But
Like
you
this?
guys, we're about to do something really, really cool. We're going to debut a new episode of Marvel's Becoming featuring a new costume variant of Captain Marvel in her Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite costume, or
Heck
one of
yeah.
them. So check that out right now. It's a debut.
Hi, my name is Madison, also known as Miss Madlove, and I'm becoming Captain Marvel. I love her hair and her sassy attitude, and the fact that she was an Avenger was so inspiring. And I love how she has different versions, and I think that makes her more interesting because she just gets more powerful and more cool. I think it's going to be so much more exciting because this version kind of focuses more on her personal life. I feel like she's been in the shadows for so many years, and I'm very excited for everyone else to see this version. Basically, when I saw the concept art, I thought, okay, I need to make sure that I represent, that version of a pilot. And so I remember looking for classic aviators, and when I saw the buckle, I thought, okay, 8-point star. I was like, that's going to be a little tricky because she has her own unique star. And I thought, well, I'm going to make this different. So I ended up cutting it, tracing a stencil design, sanding it down, and then I raised it. I almost made it try to look a little more 3D. And I just painted it with, I think, just metallic acrylic gold. And the boots, they're ankle-like booties, but they're pointed in such a way. The jeans are comfortable because they're fitted, they're like the jegging look, and they fit just right. The shirt is just a nice white scoop neck shirt. It has like a little pocket on there, and that way more focus is put on the jacket because the style definitely needs to be more focused on it. It has a lot of cool characteristics to it with the fur and the patches and the nice rustic gold zippers, and the colors are just so like robust. I love it a lot. Playing Captain Marvel in the video game is so empowering. She can fly, she has like super speed, and in all her photos, she's always like doing this really cool punching motion, so she's super confident, and this will be such an inspiration to other women. It's also exciting, and it's so neat because, I guess because I can just personally relate to her, she's like my Marvel twinsy.
them what we can do. Let's go! There's no escape. I'm pretty much the boss of space. There's no escape. Strike flurry! I'll use everything I've got. Good night. Ah! Stellar! Free! The past is not important. Only the future.
So I'm definitely going to steal that jacket.
I
mean, this
this one
right
right here?
behind us.
I know that is the very jacket that you guys just saw. It is so beautiful. That is like a handmade jacket.
Yes. Shout out to our Captain Marvel fans on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, shout out.
Raphael in Brazil and that whole crew who just loves Captain Marvel. That one, I was watching the video and I was like, man, like I want to see a whole team of like people cosplaying as Major Carol Danvers.
Oh, heck yeah. Carol Danvers, I mean, I think it all started, I think when she made the transition from Miss Marvel to Captain Marvel with the Kelly Sue DeConnick run on that comic. If you guys have never read it, and now into the Margaret Stoll run. Margaret Stoll was one of our YA authors. She wrote the Black Widow YA books, and now she's on Captain Marvel. Yeah. All of those comics are so cool, so fun, have really awesome ladies in them in particular. Yeah. So must reads if you want to get into comics.
Must reads.
Faux show.
So cool. I was looking at Twitter, and if you're not following at Marvel Live, you totally should, because right now they are live tweeting the Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel. They were talking about Clark Gregg and the episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. that he's going to be directing this season.
What? I did not know that was a thing.
Wait, really?
I don't think I knew that was a thing. Did I know it was a thing? I didn't know it was a thing.
I don't know, but I knew it was a thing, but I wasn't sure if it was public, and now it's public, and we could talk about it, and he's going to be directing, I think, his episode 6 of season 5.
I love Clark Gregg on the show. He's like such the heart of the team. And also, I sort of super loved what was going down with his LMD and Melinda May's LMD in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because there was like maybe some smooch action.
Yeah, or after everything that went down and towards the end of the season, when it was like real Coulson and real Melinda, and they were talking about like once we get through this, we'll get a bottle, we'll have our time, and like, let's see what the future holds for us, which was really great. But then now we're blowing things up, and they're going to space. I don't know what's going on.
I know. Like, let them have a day off.
Yes.
Just like a bottle of sparkling water.
Yep.
And
like a little
some
pizza
quality
juice.
time. A little pizza juice? Did you say pizza juice?
I did. You don't have
Why?
you don't come back from a hard day at the office and just crack open a bottle of pizza juice and put on the sports game? That's
Are
a
you
night.
Are you an LMD?
I might be.
Okay, that would explain a lot. Speaking of eating delicious pizza juice,
that was close. That was really good. That was almost a good segue.
Thanks. We have an episode of Marvel's Eat the Universe with some really awesome meatballs made by Justin Werner.
Oh my God.
Our incredible chef, and this guy ate some. Spoilers.
I would have eaten all of them had I had the time.
Yeah, but you guys should watch it right now.
We're now here with Brooklyn heartthrob, celebrity chef, and host of Marvel's Eat the Universe, Justin Werner. Yeah!
Wow, thanks guys. I'm so pumped. I mean, this is amazing. Like this, like penthouse skybox view of all that's going on here in Comic-Con, and like, wow.
I mean, you originally came to us on Thwip, the Big Marvel Show, to do Eat the Universe because you are straight up a nerd in the best way possible.
That's true.
Yeah. And you made me eat snake. So
yes, I did.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. And I ate Devil Dinosaur.
Yeah, it's true. In a fossilized tomato.
Yeah, which was super crazy cool. You know so many cool things. Can you tell people a little bit about some of the awesome things that you've worked on and created?
Oh man, I mean, well, I'll tell you the craziest thing, definitely the highlight of my career, is that it was almost like the Infinity Gauntlet, but of charcuterie. I swear.
Wait, a charcuterie gauntlet?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And so the plate was nothing but condiments, and you wore this gauntlet of charcuterie, and then you would just devour your own hand.
This is my dream.
Yeah, it was amazing. I had to use some crazy techniques of this crazy stuff called transglutaminase. That sounds so much better than meat glue, doesn't it?
I like meat glue.
All right, fair enough. fair
Meat
enough.
glue so I could eat my fist.
Yeah, exactly. That was some crazy stuff. I mean, for you guys, like, man, when we were eating the monsters, that was nuts.
Yeah, that was so fun. All based on Monsters Unleashed and the big Marvel monsters.
That
which
was
is so cool.
epic. And the best, I mean, was when we made that killer Devil Dinosaur short rib. Oh, the picture of you eating that thing?
my gosh.
man, you guys gotta like look it up.
My
right?
wife was so upset because she really wanted to eat it. and
Oh,
I was
bummer.
Telling her how good it was.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, but you're gonna make something special for us today.
Yeah. Well, so the only what I think Comic-Con appropriate gear I own thus far.
Is a super crazy sweet jacket?
Yeah, is this super crazy sweet jacket, and people for some reason really love it, and I also really love the captain. Believe it or not, this is dead true. Whenever I'm like confronted with moral crisis, I look to myself and I say, "What would Captain America do?" I'm dead serious.
Oh, you could get one of those bracelets.
Yeah, right.
Captain America.
I'm dyslexic.
Woo,
you know.
Cap.
Yeah, right.
You got it, nailed it.
So I tell you, I know everybody is pumped about Thor Ragnarok and all that's going on in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but right here, right now, I'm a Captain fan, and my favorite line in the entire MCU is "I'm just a kid from Brooklyn," because I am.
Oh.
Yeah, and so like I
Full
identify.
circle.
I know, right? Here we are. Hi, Mom. Look. And so what I wanted to bring today was something that I consider near and dear to Brooklyn, which is the meatball. But I wanted to kind of approach it the way that the captain would, which is with thoughtfulness, with mindfulness, with tactics, and ultimately with deliciousness.
Oh, that does sound like Captain America.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
so,
do we got?
All right, let's dive in. All right, so pardon my my game show pointing. I like to do the open game show point. So thing number one, when you're going to have great meatballs, in my opinion, is two kinds of meat. Because if you only have one kind of meat, say this 80-20 blend of ground beef, more on that later, you're kind of just making a burger ball. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
I love burger balls.
It's not a bad thing,
Okay.
right? But in my opinion, it's a great way to use multiple kinds of meat because in the old days, say like, you know, in the Depression, you'd have scraps of all kinds of meat. You'd run it through a grinder, and then boom, you would just use whatever you had.
So if you had a
Newspaper, shoes.
leftover,
all the
charcuterie
glove. Yeah,
would
you just
throw
put
that
your
in.
whole hand in the grinder.
No,
Everything
don't do
is
that.
don't
Please
do that.
don't.
No,
Please
don't
don't
do
do
that.
that.
Disclaimer, don't do that. So check it out. Something when we're thinking about meat and when we're thinking about a good meatball is that we have to think about fat content. Now I know fat is like a word that's like no, but fat, my friends, is flavor. It's the terrible word moisture, but you need that in a meatball because a dry ball is bad.
Nobody likes a dry ball.
No, it's terrible, right?
No. I like them nice and moist.
Right, almost fluffy, about ready to fall apart, just enough structural integrity, you know?
Yep.
You know, whoever had such a bouncy ball that it rolled off of Old Smoky and onto the floor, that was a bad meatball maker. That
Yeah.
person, no.
Right.
They're
Get
gonna
out.
They're,
You want your ball to not roll.
yes, exactly.
Got it.
A subtle bounce, maybe. Subtle bounce, gentle bouncing. But that's how you know you've made a good ball. So here, in order to kind of get a lot of fat content in this, we're using 80-20, which is 80% lean, 20% fat ground beef. We're also using some ground pork. Fat content, they don't even display on there, probably because it's so damn hot.
But it's so tasty.
Right? It is so tasty.
Yeah.
So another thing we're going to use to kind of make this mixture go is very simply an egg. We're going to crack that open later. You don't need a lot of info on that.
Okay.
But the cool thing about the egg...
Familiar with those.
Yeah, you are? Hell yeah. It's got a little bit of fat, but also a lot of protein, and that protein cooks very quickly. As you know, when you cook an egg, the egg white cooks first. And so what that does is it binds the ball very quickly. Interesting, huh?
Keeps the ball nice and tight.
All right, yes. So the next like tactical maneuver here is that if you're going to put any sort of filler in it, it better be dry or it better be pre-cooked. Because otherwise you're going to have a lot of moisture in the meatball, and that is water-based, not fat-based.
Right.
We all know like oil and water don't mix, right?
That's right.
So if you have a lot of wet ingredients, you're going to have a lot of the fat coming out of it because the water is going to repel it.
Because it's supposed to be fluffy.
Yes,
I should not lean on this table.
No
Just
one
gonna-
should. I feel like I'm stabling it with my sewn-in abs.
Those are nice, though.
Thanks.
I've got abs too.
So check it out. In here, we've got some garlic, some onion, this little green patch right here, and then some parsley and basil that I've chopped up, and I cooked that all together just till it was about translucent in order to kind of get its excess water content. Veggies always loaded with water, and that's not what we want in our ball.
No, we don't want veggies getting in the way.
Exactly, and you
Ugh.
see like the
Get out of the way.
proportions here of veggie, it's minuscule.
Right.
Just a little green in the bowl.
Some people, you could go wild here. You could put any sort of herbs that you like. Some people like to go oregano in Italian food, but to me, oregano is very pizza-y. And I like to differentiate. Everything doesn't always have to taste like pizza, although now that I say that, that sounds amazing.
But it could be like a basic ball. You don't want a basic ball. You want something different.
Exactly. Something elevated, something lovely. So you could throw nutmeg in here. Maybe you swapped out this pork and you put lamb in. Okay, fine. Do cumin over here. Maybe do some coriander. The meatball, the great thing about the meatball is that every culture has it. It's not just a Brooklyn thing. And once you follow these like captain certified tactics, you're going to be able to make a meatball out of practically any sort of ground meat.
So this is like a Howling Commandos.
Oh, hell yeah.
ingredients.
Oh, hell yeah. Look, I would say ground beef is definitely Cap. Like, pork's probably Bucky Barnes,
Oh, okay.
Porky Barnes.
It's probably a character in Spider-Ham's universe.
Spider-Ham, my
so
dude.
into it.
Oh, I love that guy. I'm serious. When I was like 8 years old, Spider-Ham was like, who knew? It was like formative.
I know.
So great.
All right, so then we got some simple seasoning. Black pepper, salt. I think people say about 1 teaspoon per pound. I don't really like rules, and I love salt. So I've got maybe a little extra in this. Then we've got some bonus gear. If you kind of check this out, we've got some things you don't often see in the meatballs, like currants.
Like current events?
Kind of.
What?
And not like electro, like currants.
Dried currants. Currants are what kind of fruit?
They're tiny.
Just currants.
Yeah, they're tiny little berries. And
I don't know. I'm just being straight up.
Yeah, no, they're tiny little berries. When you see them, oftentimes you'll see them around like holiday times. And so, because they're bright red and festive, these are Zante currants, and so they dry and basically look like little teeny tiny baby raisins, which is a cool thing.
Dope.
Yeah, so what they're going to do is absorb the moisture in here as opposed to it leaching out of the meatball. And then they're going to be like little, like slightly acidic and tart bombs of refreshness inside of this. We're basically making like kind of a cluster meatball. It's a meatball that has a bunch of little things inside. The same goes for these pine nuts, which are going to be raw and then kind of toast inside of the ball, which will then perfume things. The last thing we need.
Nuts in the balls.
Nuts in the balls. You
Got
bet, buddy. This is kind of the secret soldier's serum of a good meatball. I have here some breadcrumbs. You could use any kind of breadcrumbs. You could use torn white bread. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't even have to be stale.
Do you make your own fresh breadcrumbs, or you use?
No.
I know that answer. That's fine.
No, I mean, but here's the thing. Like, I'm using panko breadcrumbs, and people don't realize this, but these don't really come from, like, dried, ground-up bread. They're actually, like, sprayed dough that's shot in an electric field. Look it up, I swear.
Shot into an electric
Yeah,
field?
they're like, it's like statically produced breadcrumbs.
So these are from S.H.I.E.L.D.
Pretty much, basically.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Panko is like the extreme skater of
Oh yeah,
breadcrumbs.
yeah. It's a hover car
I love
basically
it.
of breadcrumbs. So then you can mix this with any liquid, and what this is going to do is just kind of provide some micro moisture throughout the ball. You could use chicken stock. You could use water if you're broke. You could use milk, or even better, you could use heavy cream.
Oh, snaps.
Right? It is thick.
That is very real.
So we're going to mix that in right there.
Right.
And that's going to be the thing that powers this up. This is the thing. We have minions, don't we?
Oh, yes.
This is the thing, I tell you, that truly powers up a meatball and like makes it something supremely special. So let's crack this egg and mix it up. You got some gloves, partner?
Yes.
Oh, yes. This
thank
is the part I'm really looking forward to.
Glove.
Right?
Glovin.
There's a big trash can over there. Do you think I can hit the
Glovin'
three-pointer?
you.
Do you think I can do it?
Latex, cause it's
Oh, I did it!
beautiful.
Amazing.
Dootin' dootin' doo doo.
Thanks.
Gloves.
So these are our infinity gauntlets.
Right, of
today.
sanitation.
Of sanitation.
Yes.
Right. Can I
It
steal
has
one
the
more from you?
sanitation
Oh yeah, yeah.
gem.
Can I have one more? Here, take that
Thanks,
one.
buddy.
Yeah.
All right, so believe it or not, there's method to the mashing of a meatball, and that is that we don't want to mash it. You kind of want this to come together as loosely as possible.
Also, if we want to mime later,
Exactly,
keep
right?
these around.
That was Mike
funky
going
and
through a
these-
door, right? It's very certain. I got large, just in case, you know?
Yeah, you did.
So anyhow, we're going to be gentle.
What?
We're going to be gentle with this.
Yeah.
Because the more you overwork meat, the more it becomes a puck, and the more bouncy it will become.
Okay.
Right? Because it's protein, so it's all going to mix together and kind of become one as it cooks. So I'm going to give it a couple gentle mixes.
So it's like a pie crust. You can't play with it too much or it gets crunchy.
There you have it.
I understand pie. I
Right?
speak pie.
All right, so I'm going to give it one gentle combine, and then you guys can try giving it a gentle combine. Ready? Like gently. like so. And then one more over here. Break that up.
With-
Oh,
with your
thank you
legs?
so much. Yeah, you kind of want to treat it like you're folding a baby. That's the way I always look at it.
Familiar with this?
How many babies have you folded?
Well, if I were to fold a baby, I would fold it like this, okay?
Oh, okay.
It's a safe space. You're fine.
This is
Thank
like
you
a what
so
if
much.
issue.
Right. What if babies were foldable? I wonder what the watcher has to say like about that. He kind of looks like a baby, to be honest.
Right?
Get in there, Lorraine.
No,
No.
I think we should fold it together.
Okay.
Like we're in the movie Ghosts.
Well, then somebody's got to get behind me.
You're doing it. You're really
Here,
doing it. You're really doing
Can
it.
I come to you?
No,
Oh my
we've
gosh.
got our microphones won't do it.
Okay, fair enough.
Next time we do an Eat the Universe, though, we're ghosting
We're
this.
gonna definitely
Wow, who knew? Meatballs.
bring in people together.
Right? It looks good. It really does.
Have we
feels
touched
so
it too much or
funky.
not enough?
No, you're fine.
Should I just like put my fingers?
No,
in
no,
it?
that's mashing. Yeah, that's
Ooh.
mashing.
I want to make this into a shape.
Okay, a ball perhaps?
Oh,
That seems appropriate.
makes sense.
All right, so check it out. What we're going to do, you see we have some stuff on us right here. We're going to fly in what I like to call Italian hand cream, which is olive oil. And we're going to make the next step in creating epic meatballs. And that is,
Our hands are so greasy.
And I just touched it with meat. I can't use my mouth.
Hey, offhand, put down the balls. Give me one of the.
All
Give
right,
us a
so
little turn.
It's all part of
Fantastic.
the magic.
Thanks.
All right, perfect. So this honestly is a great thing. It just kind of feels good, you know?
Oh, I feel like I'm
Give me some.
moisturizing
Yeah,
it without
right?
it doing anything to me.
I love olive oil so much.
Right? So good. Oh, look at that. Okay, so now this is going to let us lightly grab these balls and just make the most gentle balls. But before we make big balls, we're going to make little guys so that we can make a tester to taste if
Okay.
this is good enough.
Got it.
Because then we can come back and make seasoning adjustments, you know what I mean? So little guys like so. Not too much pressure. And they don't have to be
Too big?
perfect.
Too big?
No,
Half
that's
the
perfect.
ball?
That's perfect. That's
Oh,
perfect.
I already did it.
But look, just,
Yeah.
gentle coaxing of it. Look at that. Oh my God.
That's a beautiful little
He's
ball.
a happy little
Right?
ball.
Right?
It looks like a little bit of like a brain.
Right?
I wish we had smell-o-vision for the live
It
stream.
smells legit.
It's so good.
Right?
I know, Lorraine, you're not a.
Oh man. Herbs, garlic, meat, it's
Yeah.
all coming together.
It's pretty dope.
So you're going to test fry the little guys, and they're going to come
Okay.
out looking something like this over here.
Oh wow! It's almost like this happened.
Right? And so here, with the little tester, this is where you can make sure that you've made balls that are appropriately seasoned. You can come back and add anything at this point
Right.
before you put all your balls in one basket. All right, so we don't need these testers anymore.
Should I eat one?
I made 5 of them. Yeah, try one if you want. I didn't adjust any
Eat the
seasoning
one in the
afterward.
front because it hasn't been near my raw glove.
Whatever.
You'll be fine.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Not a joke, right?
Ryan, you gonna be okay? bud?
Hands up! It's so good.
Right? Are you getting the acidity from the currents? It's
Yeah.
fun, right? You get that little pop. It's like, whoa, hello.
It's like
Hi.
there's a party in my mouth, and
Right?
everybody's invited.
All right, so now we're going to roll what I call entree balls.
Okay.
Entree balls are like so.
Whoa.
So smaller than a baseball,
Yep.
but
Oh, that's close to baseball size.
A little smaller than a baseball, yeah. Entree balls,
A little
an
gentle.
entree ball.
right?
Give it a little pat.
And so we can't really do a lot of cooking here, given that there's a massive quantity of people right below us. So things like hot oil, smoke,
Right.
sharp objects.
Sure.
Generally not something you want to bring around Comic-Con
Nope.
for all y'all cosplayers out there, just so you know. Look at how shiny and lovely these are.
Yeah.
Aren't they amazing? Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna name him Harold.
Harold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so look, everyone understands now how to roll a meatball. You roll
Yes.
it gently. We can gloves off. And now we're going to use some TV magic. You can just throw them right in there. Don't worry about
Aw.
it. I'll
Hi,
roll them
guys.
up for the rest. Let's fly that out. And now we're going to talk about cooking methods. And this is where you really need to be a pro. These were golf ball size. That's fine. Look, they're cooked.
Wow, we
Amazing.
did it.
Yeah, fantastic.
Magic.
All right,
It's
so
like we had Doctor Strange use the time gem.
that was perfect. I thank God there were no like the Doctor Strange monsters creep me out the most. You know, I feel like they were
Yeah,
like
they
based
get
on like
super weird.
the things I dreamt about as a kid and scared me. You know. All right, so check it out. When I cook balls, I like to do it in a non-stick pan with oil. This is a non-stick pan. Some people call it Teflon. Everybody's got one. I also like to make sure that it is an oven-safe Teflon pan, so that when I'm cooking these, I can get a nice sear on the outside. Look at that. That's what we call sear. See how it's got that GBD, golden brown and delicious look on it?
I just learned a new thing.
Oh man, it's great. You'll be like, oh, GBD. Some line cooks can be like, bro, I hear you, man. I feel you on that. And so that GBD-ness is this thing called the Maillard reaction, which is what happens when you caramelize stuff, and that unleashes a whole volume of new flavors. If you are averse to flavor, you could certainly poach the meatballs in hot sauce. Grandmas do that. You could just
My grandmother always did that.
Right?
And sausages. She would put them right in the sauce.
Right in the sauce.
That's how she would cook it for like 12 hours.
So what I like to do is a combo of that. I like to brown them first, and then maybe throw them in the sauce. Or even better, just brown them and leave the sauce separately so that we can have some fun with plating.
Ooh.
Shall we?
Yes.
Oh boy,
Let's.
it's going to get very exciting. All right, so I've got a couple plates.
Just move it back.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe. That should be fine. All right, we've got some finishing cheese. This is Parmigiano Reggiano. It's the actual real deal. This is sold by an American company, but produced in Italy. And real Parmigiano Reggiano, if you want to get up close there, will have this little sticker that says, hey, like, we are the absolute real deal. Like, you cannot call it Parmigiano Reggiano without it being, oh, let's do it again, right there.
Yeah. Somebody, I want a tattoo
Right?
that has that. So
Yeah,
like,
you're
know
official.
Legit.
We call you DOCG. It's like Denominación de Origen Contra el Gobierno or something like that.
Yep.
Basically
I've
means
said
like,
that before.
this is like shield authority, like cheese. It's the real deal. All right, so check it out. Everybody's got a plate. Now, let's see. Let's put this like round one right here. Now, I have a very special spoon. You'll see that this is, not only does it look like vibranium or something,
Yeah.
but it's a very cool spoon. The reason I love this spoon is because that it has a very narrow tip, but also a very wide bowl. So we can do fun things, like the spoon swoosh. Have you ever seen the spoon swoosh?
No, but I love spooning.
All right. Oh, I do too, actually. It's like truly the best thing, isn't it? All right, so check this out. I've got just a little ladle of sauce. We're going to plop it in a circle, like so. And then you only have one shot at this. The drag. The spoon swoosh, everybody.
All right.
Right?
Spoon swoosh.
Right? That's one of my favorite plating techniques. All right, so then also you could drizzle, you know what I mean? Just a little, but you have to have kind of a controlled hand. You know, and you have to rotate the spoon a little bit. We can of course come and clean it up later if you like. Boom. Perfect little circle
like
there.
A perfect little
Like a
cap
perfect
shield.
circle.
Right?
Yeah.
And then there's the most modern approach,
Hit it.
which is the mess.
Oh, I would be good at this one.
Right? It's like literally stand back.
Oh, I'm wearing white.
Right? And so this is kind of like the interpretation of like, you know, chef madness on the plate, right?
You're the Jackson Pollock of cooking.
Yeah, thank you. So now really all you have to do is arrange the balls however you want, top with cheese, and send it out. So what would Justin do? Well, we'll find out. This is Cap's plating tactics, like so, like that. Right? And we're just going to leave it at 2 meatballs right there, because then we have nice, like, the mind and the eye likes 3, right?
Oh, I see.
Look at this. That looks almost like a meat shield, doesn't it?
It's a meat shield.
I know all about meat shields.
Right? The best thing is that this sauce is going to form a containment unit. It's going to be like a perimeter, you know? Cap would approve of that perimeter. As the juiciness of the meatball rushes out once you break into it, it'll be contained by all of that sauce.
This is
and
like
then,
a little meat war.
right? And so then what I swear what the avant-garde chef would do, he'd get one meatball that's totally covered.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that was a secret meatball.
It was, right?
Secret meatball is my new favorite thing.
Or she would put that off to the side because they love hiding stuff under sauce. And then they'd take another meatball and like break it up into like little avant-garde precious pieces, like they're boys from Brooklyn. They love stacking them like so, you know. And this would be like my mother's meatballs, but like kind of a half failure. All right, well, I mean, there's nothing left to do. Oh shoot, cheese. Other than cheese, who am I? All right, so check it out. I like to.
But that's what happens with actual like authentic.
It's true. It
Parmesan.
crumbles. It
yeah.
crumbles. Yeah. It ain't no shaker for life. You know what I mean? All right. I like to cheese from on high. Look at that. It's like winter, like a winter soldier.
Cheese is coming.
Right? It is. Look at that. Bang. Now, you know, you could serve these on warm plates and that cheese would melt into that and that would be something amazing. Let's see. I really had to work hard to get this through security, man. IKEA.
Grazie.
Dive in, Ryan. Let me know how it goes.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. Look, he's saucing it up.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you let it lead the Avengers?
Yeah. My favorite ball.
Would you unfreeze it and then let it lead the Avengers?
I would teach it how to dance.
And for the record, just like Captain America, these do freeze remarkably well.
Perfect, you guys. Be sure to check out Marvel's Eat the Universe. Also, where can they follow you online?
You can see me at Eat Fellow Humans across all boards, including video games, and you can check me out soon on Food Network, Guys Grocery Games.
That's it.
Yeah,
for
cool.
us.
I'm just gonna keep eating.
Thanks, man. With great sacrifice, you know? Really stepping up.
Oh my God.
That's the captain speaking right now.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Welcome back. You're watching Marvel Live here at New York Comic Con 2017. I'm Ryan Penagos, aka Marvel's Agent M. And we're going to play a Daredevil challenge. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not here to make friends.
No.
Oh, I'm here to make friends.
Yeah.
It's too bad because that is
Came
not
here-
happening
came
now.
here specifically to make friends.
So, for a Daredevil challenge, it's something we play on Thwip, the big Marvel show, every once in a while.
Yeah.
And it's awful. And
It's
it's
awful.
mean.
Okay.
And yeah, no, don't worry about it, James. You don't have
No,
to.
no.
Just cover your ears. You don't have to hear any of this. It's a trivia challenge where the losers of every trivia question have to drink one of these tasty beverages.
But
Producer-
I'm parched.
Producers, at what point am I telling them what's in the beverages? Can we tell them now?
Tell them now.
Tell them now?
Okay.
You guys ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. What's delicious?
So, I think it's dirt flavored beverage.
Oh, I love dirt.
What?
Yep.
That's not
Flavored buffalo wing beverage.
What?
But it's just the flavors, guys. It's not like you're actually having the buffalo wings.
Okay.
Cool.
Pickle flavored beverage.
Yeah.
I'm kind of into it.
Love pickle juice.
Yep.
Not a fan.
Ranch flavored beverage.
Love
is
ranch.
this one.
I don't feel
Okay.
good
That makes
about that.
sense. It
Okay.
looks like ranch.
You ready for
flavored.
the kicker?
What's
Yeah.
the kicker?
Kick me.
A barf flavored
That's
beverage.
Come on,
I didn't
man.
sign up for this.
All right.
It's a good thing.
Just gonna-
I'm not part of this. I'm
Okay.
just your lovable
We
host.
just got to get nothing wrong.
Oh yeah. I
All right.
came here to win.
Easy
I came here to
breezy.
win.
Oh, we should also welcome Ben Morse. Thanks
Hello.
for joining us for the
Hello,
first time on the
everyone.
live stream.
It's wonderful to be here amongst such company.
And we should all be scared because we actually do a segment on Thwip, the Big Marvel Show, called Ben Versus, where Ben takes people down with his trivia knowledge. Oh, God,
true.
what have I
Why
done?
did we get him? Where's the other interns?
All right, so we're going to do this. I'm going to ask a question. The first one to ding in gets a chance to say the
I'm
answer.
watching you.
If it is the right answer, then the other two people will have to drink.
Get ready.
If it is the wrong answer,
can steal.
next person to ding in can steal, and thus we begin. First question. Okay. What newspaper does Peter Parker?
Daily Bugle.
Son of a biscuit.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Oh, who's not drinking? Me, this guy.
So where do we?
So we just.
All right.
Get to you.
Do you want to start with dirt or ranch?
Ladies' choice.
Oh, well, ranch it is.
And you got to down the whole.
I have to drink it all?
You got to drink it
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Ben is into it. Ben is
Wow.
going
That's-
for
there
it.
you go.
This.
Oh, this
is
smells
the
not
worst.
cool.
That is the thing. Bam! Wow.
Oh.
You're getting a high five. Okay. Oh, you got it.
Yes,
Okay.
Lorraine.
All right. You doing
Oh.
okay?
Just makes me
That was
feel.
ranch,
Oh
right?
my goodness.
Ranch.
Can I smell it?
Yeah, it was good.
That's like the
Oh.
sweetest.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Oh gosh.
That's
Yikes.
like
Did not go in there.
Did not like that.
that's like
One
ranch
bit.
had a baby with sugar
Oh,
water.
Okay,
and
all right.
it's- no,
Feel good, man. Feel good. This is good. This is
Remember,
good.
that's for you.
do you guys want to save barf for last or next?
Oh,
last.
no.
Barf should be last.
For never.
All right.
Where are these questions?
We'll figure this out.
Question? Never.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Hey, don't get.
I'm just getting
The-
Yeah,
that's ready.
Yeah, that's what happened
Also,
last time.
also, wait.
I'm just
Ding
just
before you
ready
had
to,
a chance.
I'm ready to play.
I'm gonna
Let
say
me play.
James was like.
I
was.
told you I'm not here to make friends.
Yeah, and you're not.
I need
talk
people who are watching
Yes,
hands.
stop.
please.
Lorraine's hand's really close
All
too.
right.
Be
Hands-
nice to me. I
hands at your
write for
sides.
you.
All three of you, hands at your sides.
Oh.
Host rules.
Okay.
Okay. Next question is, what is the name of Hawkeye's dog?
It was me, right?
That was you.
Yeah, Chloe says it was Ben.
Lucky.
That is correct.
Or you could also take Pizza Dog.
I will also take Pizza Dog. James, you gotta drink.
What about
Drink, James,
puppy
drink.
love?
Nope.
Nope.
This is awful.
Yeah, yeah.
Drink
yeah.
down that ranch flavored beverage, boy.
Oh my God.
Wow.
One gulp. That was impressive.
Oh my God, he's gonna change into something else.
Let's keep going.
Yep.
Let's
This
do
is
this.
getting good.
Oh,
Oh, this
boy.
one is okay. Great.
I love ranch.
All right, hands down on your sides. You ready?
Ready.
What is Black Widow's full real name, including her middle name?
Oh.
Natasha Natalia Romanova.
Good for her.
What do you got?
Nataliova, Alianova, Romanova.
So you both got 2 out of the 3.
All right, teamwork.
Wait, that means
So
I
that means
put-
we don't have
I
to
will
drink.
piece it together.
You got
Natasha,
10 seconds.
Natasha, Natalia, Romanova.
Nope.
That's what I said.
Oh, I only listened
So
to
you're
you.
all wrong here.
So it means nobody
You know what?
drinks. Yay.
Everybody wins.
Everybody
Oh,
drinks.
man.
So you're
That
all
was our
drinking.
producer off
This is
off
barf.
It's
screen.
time for barf.
No, why
Cheers.
is that not to throw up?
I would
Right.
not want to drink throw up
Go.
flavored. Okay.
Go.
Here's to the ladies at lunch.
No. That's unnatural. Oh.
Oh, this
Do
is,
not want.
I am not.
Wait, it lingers a bit.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah,
James.
it's coming back up. When it
We've
comes-
got 2 minutes to go, and y'all have a lot to
wait,
keep
it's
track of.
making my body tingle.
Yep. All
Have
right.
you ever experienced a verp? Okay, anyways,
Hands
go
down,
on.
arms down, ready to go.
Okay.
In which issue did Iron Man first appear?
Oh,
Iron Man 1.
Nope.
Tales of Suspense 39.
Correct.
Oh my God.
Boys,
That's impressive.
drink it down.
All right, what's this? Which one is this?
Let's
Does it
see.
matter?
This is,
pickle
oh, this
juice,
is
right?
pickle flavored
Oh,
beverage.
this is the
That's
worst.
fine.
I hate pickled things.
No, did you
Nope.
finish it? You
It's
did.
gone. Oh God, that's
Delicious.
Pickled things are.
Give me more.
All right, come on. All right, hands down, arms at your sides,
Okay.
ready to go.
I need the balance. Thank
Who
you.
presents Captain America with his first circular shield?
That was
would be. Sorry, that would be Teddy Roosevelt.
Franklin Roosevelt, the other
Yes.
Oh
You got
one. You guys,
Taking
I have
down-
written 2 books. Come at me.
no! Taken down by my lack of Roosevelt knowledge.
Right.
Isn't that always
But
the way?
honestly, you reminded me by saying
Yeah.
Roosevelt.
Reminder, that is buffalo wing beverage.
Oh. No.
Oh God. Oh that.
That's the good stuff.
That's what evil tastes like. Oh.
Wait, that's buffalo wings? Is it hot?
Oh, it's hot. Oh, it comes on after. The hot comes on after, guys. Guys, it's not hot when we start.
Oh, okay. So,
I can't.
this is a speed one. I want arms
Okay.
down.
Okay.
James.
I can't see.
James?
Okay.
James.
Yes.
Okay, here we
Ready.
go.
James, follow the
You
sound
okay?
of my voice. 2 here.
Black Panther is the king of which African country?
Wakanda. The fire gives me power.
So Ben
Yeah.
and Lorraine, you both lose. Ben will be drinking dirt. Lorraine will be drinking pickles.
I
I'm
didn't
looking
lose.
forward to it, to be honest.
I didn't lose all the way. Ha ha. That
Oh,
goes
nope.
to everybody in the room who thought I was going to be the first person out. Just saying, you know who
Tremendous.
Yeah.
you are. Keeping a list.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank
you
you
have
so
lost
much.
officially,
I
but
officially
you can
lost.
stay here. We need to finish this up between the two of you.
Oh,
down
okay,
it, down
okay.
it, down it. Okay,
Ooh, that's
ready?
savory.
here we go.
Yeah.
What is the name of the battle axe that Thor Odinson wields?
Yarn.
Correct. James, drink it down. Yarnbjorn.
Yarn.
Oh, he
Dirt.
He is drinking dirt.
Dirt.
He's drinking dirt.
It's
Wait,
dirt.
can I give them my other 2 sodas
No,
as a
why
point
is
of
that part of
victory?
the
No, that is just mean, and we're out of time. We've
you.
got to go now to Chip Zdarsky interview. But
Love you.
everybody,
Love you.
Good job.
you were
Good job,
amazing.
Lorraine.
Great
Oh,
job on the
great.
Daredevil
I
challenge.
didn't lose.
It was awesome.
lost.
Stay tuned with Chip Zdarsky.
Hello, you're watching Marvel Live from New York Comic Con 2017. I'm Lorraine Sink.
I'm Ryan Panagos, and this is Chip Zdarsky,
Yeah. One of my faves.
Yeah.
Hi, Chip.
the Z-Man.
You stole that from me.
It was too good.
Aw. Now, for you guys at home, if you don't know Chip, now you do. He's a writer for Marvel Comics. You're working on Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man, and I just wanna get into it.
I'm in the
Because-
middle.
Prepared for that?
Like,
I'm sorry, but Peter is dating a comedian.
Casually. Peter, like me, very afraid of commitment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's met a woman, but he's met her as Spider-Man.
and she's a stand-up comedian that just moved to New York, and she doesn't know anyone. Spider-Man saves her life, and she's like, "You're like literally the only good person I've met since I've been here." No offense to New York. I'm sure a lot of people are quite nice in New York.
There are a couple of them here.
I'm a New Yorker.
Oh, this got real awkward. So yeah, like, you know, they arranged to kind of go on a coffee date, but, you know, it's Spider-Man and this woman, Rebecca. But I think the key difference between her and perhaps previous love interest is she does not want to get deeply involved here because hanging out with Spider-Man doesn't usually end well.
Also, comedians, kind of difficult.
Why are you looking at me?
I have no idea.
In the eye. Oh, this is happening. I have no vested interest in this other than I'm a comedian and I love Peter Parker. Anyways, that's fine. I'm just, you know, for future thought.
Yeah, so I'm portraying her as a very intelligent comedian.
Still kind of weird,
yeah,
right?
Playing against type. It's playing against type a little bit, but...
I don't like this.
One of the characters that I love that you've introduced is the Mason brother, who is the opposite of classic Phineas Mason, who is the tinkerer.
Yeah.
And we've got this cool, like, it just made sense. And you used Uatu, brought him in, and it was this cool thing. Where was that idea yours? Did that come from editorial? How did that spin up?
That was 100%
Spin up.
me. Boom.
Yeah. Z-Man strikes again.
Yeah, because the storyline has kind of been revolving around Peter Parker and his kind of sister, maybe sister, not sister, Teresa, from a Spider-Man graphic novel called Family Business from a few years ago. And so I was wanted to explore kind of sibling relationships. And the idea that the Tinkerer might have an opposite to him, that's his brother who helps out superheroes, seemed like a good idea. And I feel it kind of works as a character.
You know, that actually brings me to something which that whole book is just peppered with like, hey, this is a reference to this, and hey, this is a reference to this.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea like how deep into the comic book world you were. Is this just your chance to like pull every fun story?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like I think 95% of people who are writing Marvel books like have a deep history with Marvel.
Sure.
And the trick with a book like this is we want to make it new reader friendly, bring you on board, but part of the fun of Marvel Universe comics is the history of it and referencing things that have happened in past issues. You know, so I'm trying to make it as clear as possible. Like, I don't want to confuse readers, but I want to show them like, hey, if you like this, you need to go check out that, because, you know, there's like so many great Spider-Man comics out there currently being published and in the history of the titles. So yeah.
Do you have a favorite all-time Spider-Man story?
It's tricky. There's a ton of like kind of runs that I like, but there's one standout, which is a Spider-Man story from, I'd say, maybe 87, 88.
Okay.
Where it's him versus Firelord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just like a bonker story.
Was that during Acts of Vengeance?
No. This was far before. It's like Firelord basically comes to New York and, you know, runs afoul of Spider-Man, and then he's a Herald of Galactus, and he's like cosmic level, and he's basically chasing Spider-Man through New York trying to murder him. And it just gets getting bigger and bigger. It involves the city in a way.
Doesn't it just like he wrecks the whole city basically?
Well, Spider-Man just keeps like trying to trick him, so he like gets him into like a building that's about to be demolished, and he convinces these like New York construction guys to demolish the building on this guy, and he just, you know, gets out, chases Spider-Man again, and then, you know, he lures him to a gas station, and like Firelord fires at the gas station, it just explodes, it takes it a block, and he's still standing, and it's just the final beat of Spider-Man just being like, I've had it, and he just like lays into him, and Firelord can't get a beat on him, and he like punches him out just as the Avengers are showing up, and the Avengers are like, did you just do this? It's like, yeah, I got kind of angry, like, whoa, Spider-Man's like some level. So the fact that the story is about like New York, because it's New Yorkers helping him, and kind of showcasing Spider-Man saving lives and trying to save himself, and just rising to this crazy challenge. Like, there's something just very specific about that issue I love.
Yeah, it makes me think of the Juggernaut issue, you know, him versus Juggernaut, and like lifting up the gears from the early Spider-Man stuff that inspired Homecoming, and like those ways that Spidey has to overcome something that he probably, you would think he shouldn't or couldn't.
Yeah, I directly referenced that Gears one. I think it's like Spider-Man 32 or something like that, the Ditko one. I referenced that in like issue 5, like he's trapped under rubble and he's just got to get out. And like, I love those moments so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I have a question about continuity. Just think,
Oh,
I know.
Nico.
But I oh, sorry, Ryan. So he exists in the modern day, but it is for new readers.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you consider him landing in the continuity?
I like this.
You like this?
Of Marvel
of,
U?
Yeah, like the 616 in the world of Marvel.
Yeah, he's in it, and we kind of have like a pre-post Secret Empire thing, like the switch over from from 6 to 7, or 5 to 6 is pre-Secret Empire and post-Secret Empire. So there's stuff in there that is like referencing other things, and afterwards like we tie in a lot more heavily to like kind of Amazing Spider-Man going forward. So
Yeah, a lot of changes for Peter in this time period right now.
Yeah, it's in continuity. We just we dial back some of the references, like Peter running his company, Parker Industries. So we don't really touch on that too much, because going from watching Spider-Man in the movie and then all of a sudden he's like, running this company, we want to kind of downplay that and kind of play up more of the kind of the fun classic stuff.
Sure. Another book we want to talk about is Marvel 2-in-1.
Yeah.
You've got Johnny Storm, Ben Grimm right there.
Yep.
Who's on art on that book?
Jim Chung.
Mr. Jim Chung.
Oh, beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
That's got to be fun.
Yeah, like whenever I'm feeling down, I just pull out my phone, I look at one of the pages he sends, and I'm just like, oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're an artist also. I mean, how has it been working with other artists?
At first it was weird, because
Yeah.
the first time I'd written a script for somebody else was for Joe Quinones on
right.
Howard the Duck. And so what he was delivering was not what I would have done. And I was like, what? This isn't what I thought I was going to be. What's going on? Then I looked at it a bit longer. I'm like, oh, this is better. Oh. And then all of a sudden I felt really terrible as an artist. I've had to kind of let that go. I try to not visualize the script too much when I'm writing it.
So did your scripts change as you started to put them together with either starting with artists or different artists?
Yeah. I mean, you should treat every artist as their own person. I mean, I feel artists are people. Some people don't.
Jury's out.
But yeah, going from Joe on that to Chris Anka on Star-Lord, and Adam on Spider-Man. They're all very different artists with different skill sets, and some of them you want to spell some things out a bit more to kind of nail a thing. Some you just know they do a specific thing well, so you just let them go. Like in Star-Lord, Chris Anka draws shirtless men quite well.
It is one of my favorite things. Chris, he draws butts, he draws abs, he draws everything really well.
Yeah,
but man, when he
draws them hot dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. His only condition was he wanted Peter to lose his shirt in every issue. That was a legitimate email.
He's
And
my
I was like,
favorite.
all right, we're doing this.
We
We're
thank
doing
you,
this.
Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved Star-Lord. I mean, I've told you,
That was a
I
ton
love
of
that
fun.
book. That was really good. What do we expect in 2-in-1? Who are they going to be facing? Who do we see in the book?
Yeah, so it's all about the kind of the aftermath of Secret Wars and the Richards family being lost and presumed dead. And so it's about Ben and Johnny kind of overcoming grief together and then trying to figure out if they're actually still out there. So Doom gets involved and it becomes a bit of an adventure into the multiverse.
I love that. Yeah, and the Richards we know are exploring the multiverse, so a lot of fun stuff
Yeah.
to come. Chip, where are fans going to find you on social media?
Who cares? Social media. I don't know.
Fantastic.
At google.com.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Bing me.
I know.
He's very bingable.
He sure is.
What?
No, it doesn't sound like anything else. You're right. Anyway, Chip is absolutely lovely.
Yes.
But I was curious, Ryan.
Yes.
Marvel Contest of Champions Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Which one? There's so many.
Which is your favorite Spider-Man in Marvel Contest of Champions?
Miles is really cool,
Oh,
except
I
when I'm
love
going
Miles.
against him because he keeps evading attacks. He's really
Right.
hard to actually hit, but he's kind of his hit points are kind of low.
Mhm.
And then there's the tech suit Spider-Man. I think that's what they call him. He's kind of
Is it his stealth suit, the black one with the green?
No, more like the one you
Or like Iron
inspired-
Spidey?
More inspired by the one in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh,
type
cool.
Thing. So he's a little bit smaller, but he's got some cool moves, and he's really neat.
I love that there are so many variants of it. That's so cool.
Oh my gosh, there's so many variants of many characters. You've got Wolverine and Old Man Logan, and you've got Laura Wolverine, and there's very many Spider-Man. There's even Black Suit Spider-Man, Symbiote Spider-Man. There's Venom. There's so many.
Oh, I love it. All the spitters.
Yes, all of them.
And speaking of all the spitters, there was a Marvel Legacy Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends panel, and there were some pretty cool announcements out of that we should get into.
Let's do it.
Well, Venom, first of all, is going to be appearing in X-Men Blue, which, if you loved the old blue and gold X-Men, they're back.
Yeah, blue and gold. They're super fun. Gold. I think that was the most recent issue that I read, and of the two, super fun. And when you have Spider-Man characters coming into the X-Men books and those kind of crossovers, reminds me of back in the '90s when those things just like happened more. I think there was a really great X and Spider-Man crossover. It was X-Force and Spider-Man, but it was really, really cool.
Super duper cool. And we have a new Black Panther book.
Yes.
Black Panther, Long Live the King. And we're welcoming to our writing stable Hugo and Nebula Award-winning PhD, Nnedi Okorafor.
Yes, she is from everything. I haven't read her work yet, but I was reading a little bit up on her, and like people are like, she is changing the face of sci-fi and doing some really cool stuff and really bringing a lot of really cool things to sci-fi, which is awesome.
And I love that too, because I think Black Panther, a lot of people think of him as a very tactical fighter, but Wakanda is the most technologically advanced nation.
Yeah.
And what's really cool about Wakanda in the comics lore is that they developed all of their tech separate. So like if, let's say, something got hacked, you can't hack Wakanda because it's not on the same system.
Yeah.
So having a sci-fi writer work on it is really, really cool because she'll have that mindset,
Totally.
in place.
And that stuff is probably light years ahead of whatever like the person trying to hack it is doing anyway. So it's like it's like a caveman trying to break into an Apple II or something.
That's a great visual.
Right? Like,
You say it, it's like. Isn't that from a Zoolander movie? Anyway, we'll move on.
Zoolander.
Doesn't it always come back to that?
It does.
It does.
Was there anything else in the Spider-Man panel that we want to talk about?
Also joined by Andre Lima Araujo.
Yes, who did Avengers AI and a bunch of other cool books.
Also very technical.
Yeah, I love Andre's art so much. So good. Really cool. Like as an interesting, like very European style for the way he draws figures and really just neat stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And up next, we're actually going to have even more Spider-Man because we have a Marvel's Quick Draw, who we had Kari Randolph on yesterday, and now you're going to see a quick draw with him now drawing Spider-Man and maybe some pizza.
Yeah, pizza juice. It's a real thing.
Hi, my name is Kari Randolph, and today I'm drawing Spider-Man. I moved to New York from Boston in 1996 to go to art school. And so that was my first real time being in New York. And it was just it was mind-blowing. Like, you walk around New York and you see all these landmarks that you've either seen in movies or in comic books or the music you listen to, and all of a sudden it's just all in front of you and it's real. It's impossible to not be creative in a city that's always moving and always living. It never stops. So within like a week of being here, I was like, I can't go back home. Like, this is clearly the place that I need to be at. When I walk around this street, I take pictures all the time just for reference, because I feel as an artist, it's important to not just draw generic buildings. And New York has so much character and personality, you want to treat it as its own character. When you can recognize a place, that makes it that much more believable to your eyes. I found out about comics at an early age. My mother's a teacher, and so she was always very invested in me reading, and reading early. Drawing Spider-Man is what you dream of when you're a kid reading those comic books and you're saying, wow, I hope one day I can do something like this. Going from the art table to New York Comic Con, it can be a little jarring because you spend most of your day at an art table or at your computer and you're by yourself. So you're really in your own thoughts and you're not talking to a lot of people. You're really it's just this and the art. And then you come to New York Comic Con and it's just like you and the art and 1,000 other people. It's really interesting seeing someone wearing a cosplay of a character that you designed. It makes you realize that the things that we create have real weight in the real world. And that's one of those crazy New York moments that like you really can't replicate anywhere else. When I was in college, I moved here in '96 to go to the School of Visual Arts. It was all traditional artwork until our senior year. And there was an elective class that was Introduction to Photoshop. And it wasn't required at the time, but some told me, yeah, it seems like it might be important to figure out how to work on a computer. Like this might be something that will be helpful down the line. And lo and behold, most of my artwork these days is done on the computer. I still tend to do pages by hand, but then I'll scan them in and correct them in Photoshop. And once I'm done correcting it, it's ready and prepped for the next step of the stage with the colors. It's such an opportunity to come from where I come and to be living out exactly the dream that I had as a kid. You know, a lot of people don't have that opportunity to do exactly what you want to do. And to say, when I was 13, I said, boy, I hope one day I could draw Spider-Man. So now, as a 30-year-old, to now be doing that exact thing 20-something years later, it's like one of the greatest honors and thrills of my life. One of my best friends in the industry is Riley Brown. He draws Deadpool, and he created Deadpool's wife, Shikla. There was a Deadpool cosplayer and a Shikla cosplayer, and they came to his table, and all of a sudden, this dude is proposing to his wife in front of your table. Like, you kind of made that happen. Like, that's wild.
Kari is the best.
Oh my gosh, I still can't believe we gave away that piece
Yeah.
of art during THWIP, the big Marvel show. And I just still can't believe like somebody just gets to walk out of Comic-Con with an original piece of work like that.
It's great.
I mean, I think that's one of the coolest things about New York Comic Con is that you can go to Artist Alley, you can come to the signings at the Marvel booth where you can meet real comic book writers and artists and people that you enjoy and have them sign your stuff, maybe get a commission. I think it's so cool.
Arm wrestle them.
Yeah,
You know,
just
play
soft-
tickle fight.
Yeah, tickle. Nope, I'm not going to go there. But just like hugging is great.
Yeah.
And you can smell them.
One thing we want to remind you guys to tweet us. Use the hashtag MarvelNYCC. I see Sophia, Wim Said Mojo, Gavin, Figgy, folks in there who are watching the show. Thank you for tweeting and sharing stuff. I'm favoriting some stuff. I'm retweeting some stuff. But more tweets. Let us know what you guys are thinking about the show and this new setup that we're doing too.
Yeah, for sure. And you can ask us questions, give us thoughts and comments because we love all of that stuff.
Yeah. And thanks for the pizza juice recipe. That was definitely sent my way. I want to make me some pizza juice.
Question.
Hit me.
Do we do another Daredevil challenge?
It's not nasty. It's like
It's so delicious.
yeah, it's probably gonna be good.
Is there cheese on top?
Maybe we can put some cheese. Maybe we get like a
The
string
peanut
cheese.
gallery does not agree.
A string cheese. Ooh, we get a string cheese. Then we get a nice thick straw. Put the straw through the string cheese, turning the string cheese into its own straw. Then we drink the pizza juice through the cheese. You get a. This is.
Justin Werner, look out.
Yeah.
He's coming for your job.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
Okay, cool.
We'll definitely look into it.
Thanks.
But you know what?
What?
What? Remember a little movie called Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and also Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
That's a long title. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Is that one movie?
That's one movie. No, that's two movies.
Anyway, that was a long joke. Stupid. Let's keep going. I do remember the film. It was pretty great.
It was what I like to call super duper dope, and we actually had Michael Rooker stop by before.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes. Yandu Udanta. Udanta.
Oh, darn right.
Yes. It was really great. Yandu, spoilers, doesn't come out of it too well.
Yeah.
Oh. If you get a chance to see Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters Unleashed, it's the sort of version of the Guardians of the Galaxy attraction at Disney California Adventure.
Yes.
There might be a Yondu ghost that walks through some of the scenery in the queue line. You see this video, and you can see Yondu's ghost. It's really cool. If you don't know it's there, you might miss it. So that's a little heads up.
I'm very excited by this news, but you guys should check out what Michael Rooker did down on the Marvel stage. Go look at that.
Oh, I can whistle! Hey, I have a surprise for you guys. I have a few Yandu pictures. I have Mary Poppins photos. I'm going to sign a few of these and just toss them out to the littlest people that I can see. Oh, look, my friends. One for you. Hi, girls. How are y'all? One for you. One for you. Oh, hurry up. One for you. This little guy right there. We need more. We need more. What else am I going to sign?
We got T-shirts for you to sign.
Oh, we got T-shirts. Okay, one for you. One more. Oh, we have stuff. Oh, I have more stuff to sign. Right on. God, I love signing this stuff. Here, one for you. Oh, here, one for you. Okay, one more left. Oh, no, we got more. Looks like we got more. I can't throw these, okay? Hey, stop grabbing! All right, who's got a little baby out there? A tiny little baby. Any tiny little babies out there? Oh, you're not a tiny baby, but you can have one. Here. Wow, this little baby Groot T-shirt stuff. There you go, Mama. Here you go, baby. Do you have a black marker?
Yes, we'll get you back. A black one.
Oh, good. I'm going to do it in black here. It looks better. Oh, look at this little one right here, baby. There you go. There you go. Oh, I have this one at home. That girl right there. The one that didn't get the other things. The poster, yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh my gosh. This is such an awesome t-shirt. James Gunn would actually wear this t-shirt. So this t-shirt is very cool. You know? Oh. Okay. Here, let me get this young lady with the glasses right here, young lady. Go ahead. Oh, okay, hold on. Where are all the little boys? They're all little girls out here. He's a little boy. There's a little boy. You ain't no little boy. There's a little boy right there. Come here, little boy. Come up here, little boy. Come here, little boy. How old are you, sir?
9.
9-year-old? You're 8. You're 8. Okay, we got the last one. Okay. What? Where? Let me look at. Oh, here's a little girl here. Hi, sweetheart. There you go. What else we got? Oh, look. These can be thrown. No, I won't. Here, let me see. What are
This one's for her.
For her? Oh, this is a special one for you. Oh, these are Yandu pens. These are hard to come by, huh? More stuff for big people. Get something for big people, for goodness sake. Children can't have all the fun, right? Hey, who liked Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Was it pretty cool? Isn't that James Gunn a good writer, director guy? Oh, and I got to tell you, he has really good taste in actors. Oh, baby, we got some. Oh, these are nice. Oh, these are good for big people. Okay, big people right here. Big. Oh, sign them. Oh, I got to sign them. Okay. Hold on. Probably a black is better. Oh, it's my pen in my hand right here. I got it. Okay, you hold it and I'll sign. All right. Come along with me. Oh, the little boy, yeah, the little boy right here. Oh, okay. We did good, huh? Oh, look at you. This is great.
Silver.
Oh, right on. There you go. Oh, sign on his forehead. Okay, this is the last one, guys. This is like, oh, this is a, oh, that's Yandu, huh? Right on. This is a, that's a Yandu. Oh, that's not Mary Poppins, that's Yandu Mary Poppins. It's a large, right? This is large? Oh my gosh, there's so many choices. Looks like I'm in a candy store here. I can't choose. Oh my God. Oh, oh, you betcha I will. There you go, honey. Okay, I think we did everything, right? I hope you guys are having fun, a fun time at the con. Are you all having a good time? All right. You know I'm here. I'm downstairs. I have a table. Come to my table, and I'm signing stuff, but it's not free. All right, just so you know. But if you want to come and have a good time, that's what we're doing downstairs. You can find me. Look me up on in the yellow pages. Yellow pages, right? No. There is no more yellow pages, right? They don't do that anymore. You have to do. Look me up on Google or something. Whatever. Okay, we're going to take a big picture with everybody. You give everybody? Say cheers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I want one with my camera, too. Damn. Here we go, y'all. Ready, guys? Hold on. Okay, I'm going to flip it around. We're going to do a selfie. A massive selfie, everybody. Whoever wants to be in a selfie, get your hands up. Get your hands up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, baby! Thank you! Thank you! We love Marvel!
Give it up for Yandu, Michael Rooker! Who else but Marvel brings you Yandu now?
And that's our Rooker. Aww.
I know. I love how much that Michael Rooker loves the fans.
Oh my gosh.
He's like so into it. Every time I feel like I'm at a convention, he's there. He's pumping up the crowd, and he just loves his people.
And he's like, give me stuff to give away.
Yes.
It's like throwing all the stuff at them.
I know at San Diego had that super sweet Yandu umbrella. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When you open it up, it had like the cool red fin.
Yep, it was really neat. And then there was the Mary Poppins Yondu cosplayer. She was at D23, and then she came to San Diego. She was terrific.
I think I might have seen one also this weekend, which has been pretty dope.
Favorite cosplay so far, I think we would all agree, is the Lunella Lafayette, the little tiny little girl
Oh my
with
gosh.
her dad as Devil Dinosaur.
Yes,
That
it
was really
she was
good.
the tiniest Lunella. So
Yes.
sweet,
Yep.
really cute.
Yeah, yeah. You could probably find that photo on the Marvel social media because we ran down to take that picture. You can check that out.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're not following us at Marvel, all across platforms, you should totally check it out because there's tons of cool stuff from the convention across all our
Mhm.
social channels.
Totally.
And if you want to interact with us, hashtag Marvel NYCC, and we'll take your tweets and your comments and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, stuff has
as we
been
can.
coming through. There's a bunch of updates for different stuff that's going on in the panels. There's
cool.
the Jack Kirby panels going on right now. Jack Kirby's New York
Yeah.
City. So hopefully looking forward to that. I think we're going to get video of that to show
Mm-hmm.
later on today or tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. That's what people are telling me, so that's great.
Yeah, Jack Kirby celebrated his 100th birthday this year,
Yeah.
which was really cool.
Gavin Perkins says, I just had a pizza. Pat's Belly.
Oh, that's so nice.
Have
Was
the
it pizza juice?
Yeah, make sure you wring out the pizza juice, put that in a cup, have it with your pizza.
Hashtag pizza juice.
So good. People are really excited for the Weekend's comic, Starboy. He was signing at the booth and all that other stuff. Sophia says, it's incredible to me how people can draw on tablets while they look at a screen somewhere else. Totally. So, yeah, we
yeah.
were looking at Kari Randolph.
Yeah.
Like-
Doing this. I know it's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's always really interesting, I think, to see also which artists use which mediums, whether they like paper and pen or they can use that magic tablet.
Yeah. Destination Marvel's really excited about Runaways from the stuff that we showed. Hulu, Here I Come, totally. Definitely check that out. It's going to be really,
Oh.
really great.
It looks so great.
Sophia, shout out to her. She's been amazing for many years watching the stream with us. She's really excited about the Black Panther stuffed animal behind me. I'm going to mess up your table, Harry, and pull this guy right off of it. Can we get a little...
That's a little Scotty Young Black Panther
There we
action.
go.
He has a ball of yarn.
Yeah? Is that a good shot?
Yep,
That's
that
a good
seems
shot?
perfect to me.
Yep.
Seems great.
Yep. We get a little bit closer.
Yep.
It's adorable.
It sure is.
Yep,
oh,
it's mine
there's
now.
me. Hi.
Oh, hi. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Scotty Young. There are a few plushes by Scotty Young. There's a group back here also. There's also a Captain America lurking around somewhere, which are actually New York Comic Con exclusives that you can get at the Marvel booth.
Totally. I'm spinning down because I saw more tweets. Gavin Perkins says, I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm in love with Chip Zdarsky.
Oh, who isn't, though? He's the best.
Yeah. People seem to like our Daredevil Challenge game this year.
Oh, boy.
How you feeling now? It's been a little while.
I feel good because I won.
Yes.
But honestly, I feel bad because I drank those beverages.
Those were some interesting beverages.
They did not taste good, you guys. That wasn't acting. Those were not good. Just so you know.
Yeah. Lee says giving a pizza juice toast to Figgy999. Wants to go to his wedding. Dude,
Sure, we
is
do weddings.
Today your wedding and you're watching us.
Oh, there went
Thank
my
you.
card.
Somebody get her card. You can get in there. It's fine. And then another shout out to Sophia. Said I had a funeral this morning, so I was kind of depressed, and you
Aw.
cheered me up. So thank you. You are
Aw,
welcome.
Our thoughts are with you.
Yeah. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a
Well-
lot of references and fun stuff. People screen capping the stream. So thank you for watching.
And thank you for the weird faces that you keep screen capping of me, you guys. I really
That was the face you
appreciate
were
it.
born with.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing necessarily, but we're going to have coming up next a Marvel booth tour that features Lego Marvel Superheroes 2's sort of cool stuff that was going on in our booth with Walt Hickey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so check that out and check out that fun game and stuff with those cute little Legos.
Welcome to New York City Comic Con. I am here at the Marvel booth, and we're getting ready to talk all about Marvel's Lego Superheroes 2. So, I'm here with Arthur Parsons, and we're going to talk about, you're the game director for this.
Yeah, I am the game director, co-game director actually, bizarrely. I took up a new job during development on this, so I'm head of design and game director. My other game director is Stephen Sharples, who's back in the UK finishing the game. So, yeah.
All right. So I know that we have a demo here. What's new in the game?
So the demo's new, actually. It's the first time that people will get their hands on some other levels, some other content. So we're actually showing a really cool level that's kind of halfway through the game, which is on Sakaar, where our heroes go to Sakaar, effectively to rescue Hulk. Hulk's in a bit of trouble. He's there with all the other Hulks, basically fighting for the Red King, who's the ruler of this area of Sakaar. So really exciting level there. We've also got a level that's set in a Chronocon, so it's our own version of a Comic-Con, Chronopolis' own comic convention, and in there you get to play Howard the Duck and Forbush Man, and you're actually there pitching a new Howard the Duck video game to the Marvel staff at the Marvel booth. So it's a kind of a bit of fun, really. That's not in the main story, by the way.
This is pretty meta pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I want to back up just a little bit. Can you explain the game and the concept of the game and what folks get to play as overall?
Yeah, so in a nutshell, LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 is the sequel to LEGO Marvel Superheroes. You don't have to have played the first game to know what's going on. You start with, effectively, at the very start of the game, the entire Marvel universe is in jeopardy. Kang the Conqueror, who's the big bad guy, he's a time-traveling dude, he's really, really awesome. He is basically taking every element of the Marvel universe and he wants to rule it. So you have to get all the heroes together to take Kang down, but all of the bad guys from across Marvel, and this is not just Marvel now, this is Marvel future, Marvel past, all of those bad guys are kind of rising up to work alongside Kang because he's promised them like their own like pieces of Chronopolis.
So good guys teaming up with good guys, bad guys teaming up with bad guys.
Yep.
The classic story.
Yep, but at some points you actually end up teaming up with bad guys because...
Sir, that's immoral.
You've got the greater good of the Marvel universe here at stake. So, but yeah, it's an amazing adventure. There's like something like 35 to 40 heroes that you play along that story. And then there's a huge roster of over 200 characters you unlock. And that's everyone from like characters that are bang current right now, characters that are super popular like, I don't know, Spider-Gwen or Gwenpool, through to characters that people will never have heard of, like medieval Avengers, for example. Yeah, exactly. Who knew that Greenskin Smash Troll was a thing, right? But there you go. That's medieval Hulk for you. So
Greenskin Smash Troll.
Yeah.
That's sensible. The Kang gives you so much opportunity to kind of dive into history and put your own spin on stuff. What are some examples of that?
Well, the coolest thing there is that we can have levels where you're there, you're rocking up as Spider-Man, but then you'll bump into like Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Man Noir, and they're all sort of like, who are you? I'm Spider-Man, I'm Spider-Man. And at the same time, you've then got Spider-Gwen, and those characters should never come across.
In fairness, that has been a long-standing thing in the comics as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And as well, like we have a great level where you go back into the Old West, which is really cool. Yeah. Getting to go see the Rawhide Kid and Kid Colt, some other really great classic characters. Yeah. But then all the heroes go back and they bump into Captain America. But it's like the classic Jack Kirby Wild West Captain America. So they're all like, whoa, who's this fancy pants Captain America? And he's like rootin' tootin', 1960s. He's all really cool. But getting to do that like across the entire game is amazing. And I think fans of Marvel will really appreciate the kind of the real clever touches we've put on everything. Kang is the ultimate bad guy. We can go anywhere, do anything.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character to play?
There's so many, it's really difficult. But I think my favorite characters are probably the animal characters. So it's great to have a playable Lockjaw. I love Cosmo. Cosmo is one of my favorite characters. And Throg is amazing. A frog that is imbued with the power of Thor, with Mjolnir. So yeah, there's so many great characters. But
Wait, Throg is in this game?
Yeah, Throg and Spider-Ham. So we've gone deep. You've got everything from like super serious characters to a bit of a like mishmash of fun stuff.
You just shook out the wiki into a video game, and that sounds incredible.
You shook out a wiki, yeah. Got a lot of people on social media saying, "Oh, you got to let this character be in and this character," and so there's over 200 characters.
And so here at the booth today at New York Comic Con, folks can come in and play one of these levels again, the Sakaar level.
Yep, the Sakaar level, the Chronicon level, or level 1, which is the opening level of the game where the Guardians go to Xandar because Xandar's under threat, and that's how we introduce Kang to the story. They actually get to fight Eson the Searcher, who's a Celestial from Out of Time, which is amazing. But yeah, we've got 8 pods. I can't wait to see people come down, get their hands on the game, and we'll have a great convention.
All right, Arthur Parsons, he's the co-game director for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Congratulations, this should be a ton of fun. I'm Walt Hickey. We'll see you here.
Hey guys.
Hi.
You're watching Marvel Live, and we are with world-renowned cosplayer Yaya Han.
Hi guys.
Oh my gosh, your costume is incredible. And you guys, spoiler alert, this is from Marvel's Becoming series, isn't it?
Yes. So I love Gamora, but I really like this design from the comic books. And then you guys asked if I could be a part of the Marvel Becoming cosplay feature series, and I thought, yeah, it's perfect to make for it. And was a little more complicated than I thought. Took about 4 weeks of my life.
Whoa.
Yeah. But I'm really excited, and I can't wait for the episode to come out. I think you guys get to see a lot of the details up close. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Have you done any other versions of Gamora before? Or is
Nope.
this first?
I've never done a version of Gamora before. And, originally I had wanted to maybe do Gamora from the movies. And then I thought, this is such a neat design. It really shows, what a warrior she is. And, she's... I kind of liked the idea of doing something different because I'm very known for sewing costumes.
Right.
And I wanted to, do a futuristic armor, which is first time for me. So it's sort of stepping out of your comfort zone and, also going after a character that a few years ago I would never probably have attempted because I didn't have the skills at the time.
Yeah, I've watched some of your videos and things that you've posted or like your social posts where you kind of start building different pieces of costumes. Or you'll be like, oh, I'm just working on this. And they're always so intricate. And there's so many pieces. How many pieces is this?
Oh,
do you know?
hundreds.
Can I guess? Oh.
Hundreds, wow.
I don't even know.
246.
How many bones do
probably
you have in your
more than
body?
that,
5.
actually. Oh.
That's a problem.
Just the torso has about 50 pieces in it. And then, everything, a lot of other pieces, they're all pieced together. It's all individual foam pieces that have been cut, sanded, beveled, and then I coated everything in Epsilon Pro, which is a flexible plastic, so it's really durable. So I asked
So
you
it's
before
really
to punch
armor.
me because
Yeah,
I
you
can
walked
totally
in, you're
take
like,
it.
Punch me. I was like, all right, fine. Conk. Hurt my hand.
Yeah, well, it's nice to I like having armor that is durable, that can withstand a convention like New York Comic Con. I can weave through the crowd, and somebody bumps into me, it's not gonna hurt me.
Not gonna hurt you.
Yes.
I love you. I don't know if we could see them, but your boots are super
they're
cool.
so killer.
Yeah, and then is there a hole inside them?
Yes, actually, these boots kind of are reminiscent to Gamora's boots from the movies a little bit. And so I was like, hey, I can still sort of bring a little bit of that movie element into it. But the whole thing is sort of like the Marvel versus Capcom, the new game. She wears this version, Infinite. And of course, in the comic book series. And, it was really J. Scott Campbell's artwork, the cover, that sold me on this design.
Yeah,
it's so beautiful.
He's pretty good.
Yeah,
he's
pretty
he's
inspiring,
okay.
But you still had to do a fair amount of sewing because all of those pieces are actually attached, aren't they?
Yes. This is one of those outfits where everything was made, including the undersuit. And so this is a fabric called the Scuba Hex. That's actually my fabric line that's available at Joann's. Just because I thought it was really nice and sort of had that utilitarian, futuristic look. So yeah, I made the bodysuit, and then everything is Velcroed on. So I had to piece everything together and sew a lot of Velcro and hope that it all fits. It was quite the learning experience, which I think for someone like me who's been making costumes for many years, it's nice to push myself and do something unexpected. And actually, the online reaction to this costume so far has been very mixed because I feel like people that have just seen the photos, they were so confused about seeing me in something that is not traditionally pretty, they weren't maybe comic book readers, so they didn't understand why the markings were there. And I thought it was a good experience to see that I can still surprise people after all these years.
Totally. Your eyes are crazy. Those contacts, like the colored contacts, do they feel just like normal contacts?
Yeah, actually, this is just these are
right
actually
there.
like the the contacts that that it wears.
Oh, you mean like
But-
the?
Yeah.
This is what I think of a clown, right? This is what a clown does.
Yep,
Yes,
T-Rex
exactly.
hands.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
It's the
So,
clown.
something like that.
Sure.
But I thought they really, because it's like the makeup is so heavy that I did have to really think about how to translate it where it didn't look so, alien. And it was really interesting to think back on Zoe Saldana for the movies. She also really took a long time with the team to develop a makeup that would not turn off, what was it, the 16-year-old boys? Like she had to look attractive, but still look, alien. And so I really thought about how to make this look not so crazy out there. And thankfully, I had Mia Tamlin. She's an amazing makeup artist. She did
a lot
she
of
did
things
my
with Becoming, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. She's the makeup artist for most of the Becoming episodes, and she was on set and airbrushed me nice and green and contoured. She did like she really is like, "Oh, I'm gonna contour you and highlight you and everything." So I'm really grateful for Mia helping me realize the makeup.
Do you have to do touch-ups during the day, or is it just like, someone throws all the stuff on you, you're good?
Well,
Right?
no,
That's how
every
makeup
once
works.
in a while.
you got it.
Okay.
No, touch-ups definitely. Like you do sweat a bit, but this is alcohol-based airbrush makeup. So once it's sealed with the final seal spray, it does stay on really well. I think I've only touched up once. So
How are you not passing out from like heat exhaustion?
I have no idea. I really don't know. I thought I would be I thought I would be sweating buckets, but so far it's not bad. I feel like if I move slowly, like just don't expend that much energy.
Fair.
So
Speaking of expending energy, something I think a lot of people don't think about when you're wearing a costume or cosplaying in a convention is that a lot of it is posing with people.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
Yes.
have some like signature kind of Gamora poses? / I'm putting you on the spot right
Oh,
now
gosh,
to show us
okay.
some sweet poses.
Well, I didn't bring my weapons because New York is crazy, and I just didn't want to, like.
Solid choice.
Yeah, but so yeah, definitely some action poses. It's definitely about like dynamic, like how do you move where you show off all the
Here,
armor pieces.
I'll hold your
It's about
mic.
the-
I want to let you
It's about
pose.
the glare. I feel like it's about
So,
the,
Here, will
like,
you give us a glare right there?
Oh God.
Yeah, there it is. Yes. You just look incredible. I mean, really.
Thank you so much. It's something totally different for me, and I hope that people like it. And please, I hope that everyone watches the Marvel Becoming episodes. I've been enjoying them so much. Just not only seeing details on the costumes and seeing them presented in such a beautiful way but learning about the cosplayers and why they're fans of the characters, what inspired them about the characters, and I'm really thankful and happy that Marvel is doing them. I hope that more cosplayers can join the Becoming series in the future because
Nope,
I want to
it's
get
done.
to know all of them.
This is it.
Right?
Yours is the last episode.
No, that's all a lie. That's all a lie.
Yaya tore it down. It's over.
But where can fans follow you?
Oh yeah, you guys, I've been tweeting and Instagramming at Yaya Han every day, and my Facebook is Yaya Cosplay, so check me out.
There you go. Thank you so much, Yaya. And now you can hang like Spidey with Ryan and James.
James?
Who?
A hang like Spidey photo experience. How cool was that?
It was so cool. We were Spider-Menses.
Spider-Man's
That's how you say it, right? Yeah?
But it was neat. You get to go in and you get to actually climb on Peter's ceiling in his room.
It's like an exact replica. Like there's like the Twizzlers and there's all like the dirty laundry and the We the People history book. Like it was an exact replica. It was nuts.
Representing the Metsies, all the kind of cool stuff that you expect from Peter Parker's room. And then fans who come in here, they get the video of themselves doing it, and if they buy the movie, if they buy Spider-Man Homecoming on Home Entertainment, they get this really cool exclusive litho, and it's huge.
It's huge. It's big.
Yeah.
And really nice quality, too. I mean, 3D action, too.
Yeah.
Coming at ya.
And then there's this photo up with this guy. Look at him, just posing like a boss.
You can just do so much. I feel like we really came home today.
Yeah.
It was a really great homecoming.
Yeah, like some sort of homecoming.
This is only exclusive at New York Comic Con, too, so if you weren't here, you missed out. But that's
Sorry.
okay.
That's so dope.
It is.
It looked really fun.
No, it was really
Did all the
cool.
blood rush to your head when you were
Oh, I
upside
passed
down?
right out. It was fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Follow your dreams.
One of the cool things we just had before that, we had Yaya Han on,
Yeah.
and she was talking about her costume, and you can also see a version of that in Marvel Contest of Champions there. And her, like
yeah.
the Gamora in the game, she has a cool, I think it's called the God Sword, and it's this massive sword,
Yes.
and it just obliterates people.
I know. It's too bad Yaya didn't have her prop because she makes crazy cool props.
Yes.
Yes.
She's pretty great.
I give her mad props. I'm lean into it, Ryan. Accept it. But anyway, how are you doing, bud?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
Real good.
You know, there were some X-Men announcements from the Marvel Legacy X-Men panel.
Do tell.
Well, there is the Scarlet Samurai, a character that is going to be debuting in Old Man Logan.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's always been the Silver Samurai, and Scarlet Samurai sounds awesome.
Yeah, super awesome. He's going to be also from, Logan's past, as those samurais like to be. You know how it goes.
Sure.
And also, there is going to be a 5-issue New Legion limited series.
Yes.
With
Peter Milligan, right?
Yes, with Peter Milligan, who created Dupe, one of my favorite X-Men-ish characters. I don't know if I can really call him an X-Men because he is like a green blob.
I mean, he is taught at the Xavier School.
Right.
And I feel like he can be an X-Man.
Okay, good.
We'll do it.
Because
Yeah.
he's so great.
Yeah,
He's the best. He's the best. And then Rogue and Gambit shippers, Ryan. He's not a shipper.
I do not like Gambit. I love Rogue, but I really love the creative team.
Yeah, Kelly Thompson and Perry Perez.
Yeah.
Great segue.
Kelly Thompson is amazing.
Yes.
If you're not reading her Hawkeye right now, then don't even talk to me.
Oh, but what if they have an opportunity to start reading something?
Then we can totally talk.
Okay, great. And that's the other thing that I do like about comics is, and a lot of what we do with like new series and limited series is they're great jumping on points. So you don't have to feel intimidated. I know some people can feel intimidated by continuity of comics, like, oh, there's a million comics. How will I ever catch up? But really, like these limited series and things are great places to jump on, to learn about new characters and learn new things.
And I when people get bummed out about continuity, and I totally understand it, at the same time, I remember jumping into, like, 2 of my first comics were, like, an X-Men comic that they have 30 years of continuity right into it,
Yeah.
and then the last issue of the Infinity Gauntlet limited series. And I never stopped. It was like,
Yeah.
boom, off and running. Those stories hooked me, and so if you have these wonderful stories, these great characters, this beautiful art, like, you can jump in anywhere, and you can pick up the pieces. And going back is actually part of the fun of being a comic book fan and a comic book reader.
Oh, totally.
Digging in and figuring out, okay, why is this person friends with this person? Why is this person smooching this person? Why is this person dead and now back alive again? And figuring out what those stories are.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my gosh, these people dated? Why? But it's like great.
Yeah.
And speaking of interesting continuities, Bobby Drake, you guys know him as Iceman. They have announced in Iceman number 8 that this Bobby Drake from the past, who is young, living in the future. Did you do that math?
Comic book continuity. How about that?
He's gonna meet his parents.
He's going to meet the
Of the
parents
future.
of the older version of himself who...
Are you broken?
Yep, a little bit.
We broke the Marvel Universe and
Yeah.
Ryan.
No, it's great. Yeah, that's going to be a very tense. That whole
Yeah.
Iceman series has been really good about dealing with the issues that Bobby Drake is going through right now. He's
Yeah.
just come out as gay. He's dealing with all the stuff with his parents. His parents have a lot of problems with him being a mutant to begin with.
Yeah.
And now, like, it's all kinds of drama. It's really good. Cena Grace has been writing that
Yeah.
series. He's fantastic.
I know, it's hard enough to just be a person, much less an ex-person.
Yes.
You know? It's a lot.
A lot.
And so that's a lot of what's coming out of the Marvel Legacy X-Men panel, which has been super dope.
Yeah, I'm just really super jazzed for that legacy for the Legion book.
I am too, and too, the series on FX Legion. If you are loving that, definitely get into the comics because Legion is a really interesting comic book character. You
I
know?
keep getting scripts for the season 2, and I just need to sit down and read them. What? I didn't say anything.
Do you like this? So jelly beans. Oh man. Oh, and while we're talking about mutants, you know what we're going to talk about in a minute is the Gifted booth, where I became a mutant and I found my mutant abilities. It's all true.
Hey Marvelites, I'm here on the floor of NYCC, and behind me you might recognize a vending machine that you saw in The Gifted. If you haven't watched The Gifted yet, it's a new show that just debuted this week on Fox, and in the first episode, this is a major thing that happens. It's so cool. As you know, mutants are on TV and it's very exciting. And there are two young mutants, Lauren and Andy, whose powers are revealed in that initial episode. And Lauren is the older sister. She's trying to teach Andy how to harness his mutant powers, and they try to use a vending machine. But I'm going to see if I'm actually a mutant and I can use a vending machine in the same way. I have my friend Matt here. Matt, how am I going to do this? How do I harness my mutant powers?
So just like on the show, you're going to use your abilities to test and practice how to psychically get the item that you want out of the vending machine.
Awesome, let's do it. I want to see if I have an X gene, so this is for you.
Thank you. Okay, so we step on, and the first step, we're going to do just a slight little test just to see if you can shake it back and forth. So we're going to do a slight wave, as so. There we go. Focusing our power. All right, we got a little bit into it. We got a taste of the power. Now we're going to test it out, a little full strength. We're going to use both hands and sort of raise it up from the bottom. Yes, more power. Awesome. All right, you can put your hands down. I'm going to take it from you. Yep, there we go. Okay, now, this is more about the mind, what you want and trying to get that item from the vending machine. So put out your hand, focus it on the item that you want, try to pull the item out. All right. Is that what you wanted? That's what you were going for?
I was really trying for a mutant hat, but you know, I'm a new psychic, so it's going to take me a couple of times to like really harness my energy.
Thinking with your stomach.
Right, exactly. Well, I'll keep working on my psionic abilities.
Of course.
Thank you so much for the lesson.
You're welcome.
You guys, of course, can watch The Gifted on Fox. Check it out. And we have more here on Marvel Live. And so I'm a mutant.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Speaking of mutants, there's been a request here from Gavin Perkins for me to do my Gabon impression, mommy. Oh, my name
Guys,
is Gabon.
why would you do this?
What you told me about, Laurie? My name is
It's
Gambit.
so authentically Cajun, just like Gambit. Thank goodness for that. But we also have... I love you so much, Ryan. We also have some really cool stuff coming up today for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
They just had their panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there should be some cool announcements on the live tweet. Where can people follow the live tweet?
Marvel Live, MarvelLive on the Twitter.
I'm so excited. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is about to go into its 5th season.
Yes.
They debuted their poster, which looks like very spacey.
Yeah, well, right at the last moments of season 4.
Spoilers. Don't listen if you haven't seen it.
are really spacey. There's no way
How do you
around that
say
one.
it? How do you get around it?
Yeah, I couldn't get around that one.
There's
But
going to be some space.
Yeah, it left a lot of like mystery hanging,
Right.
and we will get into all of that as we roll into season 5. And they showed 20 minutes of season 5, episode 1 at the panel.
And oh, did they?
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Also, you know, if you guys haven't watched season 4 yet, oh my gosh, go back and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
All about LMD's life model decoys, aka robot people that look like us.
Yeah.
They
And
walk
there was
among
Ghost
us.
Rider, and there's the
There was
Darkhold.
Ghost Rider, the Darkhold. There were so many really cool things from the Marvel universe in season 4.
Super evil Fitz.
Oh, Fitz.
Yeah.
It was like fierce Fitz instead of like sad Fitz.
Yeah.
He
Mm.
was super fierce.
He's bad.
But we actually got to catch up with the cast of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. James Arthur got to talk to them and get all of their spy secrets.
Scoop it, James.
Yeah.
All right, I am so excited to be here with the cast of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've been needing to talk to y'all for a good while because season 4, was it just me or was that epic? Was that an epic season?
Yes. Slightly.
It was epic. It was epic. So what made this season, season 4, what made it so much more epic than the other ones or darker? What was going on in this season compared to the other ones?
More Natalia.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Even got your, definitely made it darker. And you got your own spin-off, Slingshot, right? Congratulations on that. And your series regular.
Oh!
Well, that's awesome. So Clark, So you are the heart of the show, I would say.
Really?
Well, yeah. You pulled together not only this
I
team.
think Ming is the heart of the show.
Well, you bring the troops together, right?
Okay, thank you. We'll
and
go with
you
that.
brought the
Yeah.
Avengers together. You brought Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. together.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Because you're leading to some crazy places, and now we're going into space. Like, what's Coulson's magic?
I would have to say that really the writers do it.
Okay.
Because with an incredible amount of guts, they make a season that has 3 separate seasons in
Yeah.
it. It's Ghost Rider, LMDs, the framework, and it's our most successful season ever. And then boom, they tear it all apart,
Yeah.
start over, and suddenly we're in space dealing with
Yeah.
forces you might recognize from the Marvel Universe. Some of them are blue.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on or where we are. And so somebody has to pull it together. I feel like he's got a pretty spectacular team where they tend to give him the benefit of the doubt maybe more often than they should. And, you look around at the incredible team he's assembled. From these guys and Daisy, Simmons, Fitz. I wouldn't mess with us.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I feel safe right now, so thank you right here. Mac, Henry, let's talk about you. You broke my heart all over this season. So you lost your daughter twice, right?
Yes.
How were you able, what pulled you out of there? What was that last thing to pull you out of there, out of the framework?
The love of Yo-Yo.
Oh, the love of
yeah.
Yo-Yo.
Oh my
If she went, you went over there? She pulled you back
But
like a yo-yo.
well, just like a yo-yo, meta. But here's the thing: is anybody ever really gonna be happy? I mean, do we think that's gonna happen?
The life of a superhero.
The life of the superhero, yeah.
The life of a superhero.
Right, yeah.
Well, right now, we're in space.
Whoa!
Space.
Space. Yeah. So anything can happen.
Can you be in space?
Well, that's what. You know what? And I have this thing like, are you allowed to be happy because you're superheroes and you're saving the world? Think about that one.
Our job is tough.
It's
it has
tough.
a real emotional
Yeah.
toll. And we don't get to form really normal families.
Right.
But I got to say, we've become a real family of
You
our
really
own.
are,
And
yeah.
I definitely think there's some moments where we kind of look at each other like, seriously?
Yeah.
Now this?
And you get
that's,
that.
We're going to fight that? And it's just our weird job. And
Yeah.
I think we find a lot of laughs, and we find a lot of ways to feel the love.
Sure. Yeah.
But, I don't think people really want to tune into the one where we're like,
Yay,
go out
we're
and
just
get an
skipping.
hamburger
Yeah.
and tell jokes.
Well, you did get a hamburger for a minute, and then that got crushed to the end, right? I was like,
See what happens? I mean, we try to eat, we try to do something normal, and
That's even out there.
No.
So speaking of normal, a lot of things that were not normal, you had a very interesting arc this season. We saw LMD May, we saw Hydra May, we saw Souped Up Adrenaline May, which was my favorite. Which one was your favorite to play around with, and what one would you want to go back to?
I mean, I always like to be the real May.
Yeah.
But it was, it was, wonderful to be able to have all these challenges. And I think what was so great about doing the framework is that it brought all our characters into another sort of mental state.
Sure.
But instead of it just being a dream and you can forget about it, it still, I think, haunts each of our characters.
Yeah.
And it takes, there's a lot of residual
Sure.
effects and guilt of being like Hydra May.
Oh.
So, but I kind of enjoyed being the
Right.
bad,
And I gotta
bad
say,
May.
the performance she did as LMD May, who was the one LMD
that was aware,
that was self-aware
Yeah.
and had May memories and didn't know she was an LMD, and gave her this strange two personalities fighting against each other. One of whom had enough regular May that she recognized that Coulson
Yeah.
wasn't himself.
Right,
Right.
yeah.
Saved everyone
from
else.
that
And
moment he
yet,
walked
wait,
through
let's
the
not forget
door.
the kiss, though.
Yeah, can we talk about the kiss heard around the world?
Linda.
And you finding out about that kiss, and I love how Coulson was trying to keep it a secret and keep it very, will there be another shared bottle of whiskey in the future, do we think?
At this point, I think we've moved beyond the whiskey.
Okay.
hell
all right.
no.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Okay.
And Coulson, he kissed the LMD, and it was a really effective, skillful LMD, but he just could tell it wasn't the
he
same magic
knew.
as the real thing.
That's kind of really beautiful.
That's right.
And that makes me frightened because anytime it gets really beautiful, things get gutted. So,
That's true.
oh man, And so, do you see this future with you and Mac? You're gonna continue going forward?
I hope so.
You hope so.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot of love.
There's lots to explore.
Yeah.
His heart is broken, and you can just get right in there.
Exactly.
Pizza pack
Everyone
together,
wants to
yeah.
see their children.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
yes.
there we are. Well, fantastic.
I want to meet our
Okay,
children.
not
too.
that kind of show. You want to see the little babies there too. This is going in a different direction than I thought it would. Well, on that note,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the next generation.
Well, there it is. Let's get to the writer's room right now. Well, on that note, let's send you guys off to the writer's room to work on that. And my heart still needs mending. I want to talk to more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. If only I could make them appear. Are you wondering what I'm doing? I'm using my Inhuman power.
Yeah.
So,
Whoa! Oh my
I
gosh!
was-
I just made the other cast of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. appear with my Inhuman powers. That's not the magic of TV at all. It's actual my superpowers.
It is,
well,
yeah.
welcome. Let's get into it. So I have a question
Can
for
we
y'all.
talk about this first?
Yeah,
This
no,
needs to-
we'll
have we
try.
featured this yet?
I knew you were coming.
It's
I knew
shimmying
you were
on
coming.
its
I
own.
wanted to dress up for y'all.
And
Yeah.
you did. And
Also,
you
the
delivered.
headset
We're
too.
just
The
bringing
headset
it,
is
right?
everything.
A little bit of a microphone.
Yeah.
a little
Brittany,
singing.
Brittany.
Yeah. Well, you could do an impression.
do your Brittany
But you
impression.
do
I
it.
hate
What?
your
No,
Baby.
Ian hates
Wait,
it.
real talk here.
It's
Real
fantastic.
talk,
It's
real
good.
talk.
That's fine.
So, last season.
Oh, like real
Oh
talk.
yeah,
Right,
real
right,
talk.
right,
I
right.
want to talk about the
Get
shows.
to,
then we'll
get
get
to
into it.
work.
So, real talk. So, what do you think? So, you mentioned once upon a time, that the theme of last season was dealing with sort of like oppressed folks, sort of mirroring real life conversations, right? So, what would you say that this season's sort of themes are, either as like a show as a whole or individual characters? I told you it's gonna be hard hitting.
Yeah,
We're
that
not
was
joking around
hard.
today. You asked for it.
Yeah, I think the writers did such a good job last year with kind of weaving in dreams.
Yeah.
Dreams.
It's a word now.
Weaving in
Themes
dreams.
that have kind of been pulled from the headlines and kind of giving an interesting narrative to that in a way that I think in a very creative way.
Yeah.
This season is a lot different.
Yeah.
We are in space.
Yeah.
Space.
I'll say on season 4, what are the themes from season 4 that they were pulling out from real life, because is it about everybody waking up, getting woke or something?
I mean, I think season 4 in my mind was 3 kind of mini seasons,
Yeah.
a little series. So I think everyone kind of had different things. I think the framework definitely pulled a lot from this alternate reality of what happens when
You're brainwashed
when you're brainwashed and you're not fed the right information. What happens when people at the top don't give you the right information?
Interesting.
I think they touch on that in a really interesting way. But there's also, I think, in terms of Inhuman stuff, it's about belonging, and it's about there's people who are different, and some people don't like when people are different.
Yeah,
And
there's that fear that comes in from the folks that are different.
Yeah.
And that's what I think I love about what Marvel's able to do is be able to touch on those themes without being so on the nose. So you can start creating those things of empathy for people and realizing oh, I'm gonna be nicer to people who are different because this is what I see.
They do such a great job of effortlessly kind of throwing that in there in a very organic way.
Yeah.
And showing the journeys of different opinions and why someone might be informed that way and how we can get to an understanding in the end.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Can I also just say what we're all thinking in the room here? Ian Fitz created a lot of trouble. Wow, we were all on the same page there. Nutty!
You know what? He looked so
Okay,
he looked
well,
so good while he was creating that trouble.
he did,
You
he
were
did.
bad, but you looked good.
But you look good doing it, and that's
Yeah,
what matters.
that is.
So do you think that you're going to be able to, for one, Fitz is going to be everybody eyes on Fitz?
I'm just so interested what you're going to
So
say.
it's okay. This is part of your Jedi mind trick right here, right here. Do you think that everyone's gonna be able to forgive Fitz? Don't be nervous. You got this. Eyes right here. Do you think everyone, or as a group, do you all think that you're gonna be able to forgive Fitz for what he did? So open up to the group, or do you think that you're gonna get forgiveness, or you're gonna forgive yourself?
Ian answer that.
Yeah.
Good, because I want to.
Do you think you're gonna
Go.
be able to?
You
Or
go,
will they
babe.
be able to forgive you? Yeah, I'm ready for your answer. Give it to me.
So,
yeah.
Probably.
Okay, good answer. All right, good. Well, we'll just tune in. But Gemma, you got really good with shooting this season, right? You're
Oh my
point
gosh,
on.
I know.
Like super point
Every
on.
different time.
Like,
I
oh
know,
my gosh.
I know.
Do you think that the things that happened with you being in season 3, trapped on this planet all by yourself, except for the really cute guy who ended up dying, do you think that those events help prep you for being such a bad Mama Jamma up in season 4?
I'm a jammer.
Yeah, I thought you liked that one. You a bad Mama Jamma. Yeah.
I like that word.
Right?
That's my word of the week.
Take that one back home.
What,
There we
how
go.
does it say exactly?
Once all together.
Spell it.
Bad
Bad
mama
Jamma.
jamma.
There we
You
go.
have to
Context for me, I'll
bounce.
spell it. No.
Gemma
Me,
is a
I
bad
was a
Mama
bad
Jamma.
mama jamma.
So-
Jamma. I think so. What draws Simmons to the edge is
Yeah.
anything really to do with Fitz. I mean,
Oh.
she just wanted to shoot that girl because that girl got her man. you
Right,
know?
yeah, and it's not an accident that you ended up dead in the framework. Like, Ada knew what she was doing. She was like, and Gemma's dead in this world, right? To try
Guess
to-
what?
So smart, yeah.
Rose from the grave.
She was not happening,
No,
yeah.
she was not having it.
So, Chloe, with you,
Bumba
so
Jumba.
I feel that with Daisy, aka Quake, aka Sky, aka all the names, right? I feel like with your character, there's always like fighting for the oppressed, right?
Mhm.
So, do you feel like you're drawing some of your own personal experiences to bring that passion to Quake?
Definitely. What I love about what Mo and Jed and Jeff and what they do with Daisy is, and what was so close for me, is that they didn't have to make her an Asian American character, and they not only did, but they explored that. And
Yeah.
they showed my mom, and it was a big
Yes.
part of season 2 of her finding out who she was. And I think she then, she's always just wanted to belong
Yeah.
somewhere from the beginning. And then when she kind of finds her SHIELD family, and then her family within the Inhumans, I think the statement that rings true throughout the entire series for Daisy is something I said in my audition scene, which is, with great power comes a lot of weird crap that you are not prepared to deal with. And that quote that I said to Mike is just kind of something that I think Daisy could relate to throughout everything that she's been through. That's kind of her theme throughout this entire journey.
And you've been like our roadmap through this entire journey, and also to see, a diverse, Asian American woman going through that story. And one thing I love about the show so much is like the diversity, like so many strong female characters. You have LGBT characters. It just like that's America to me, and like everyone's able to connect to that. So thank you all so much for the important work that you do. Should we do like a team like 1, 2, 3,
Mama Jumma!
Mama Jumma! Mama Jumma!
Mama
Yes.
Jumma.
Learning something new. You work on it. Work on it.
Mamba jump.
No.
Jamba juice. Jamba juice.
Jamba Juice.
Close. Close.
Medium milk and pajamas.
Yeah. And we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the best.
They are the best. I cannot wait for season 5. I think it's going to be super great. Oh, and of course, you guys can interact with us. Just hashtag MarvelNYCC if you want to tweet us, ask us questions, tell Ryan to dance. I'm still trying to make that happen.
I ain't gonna dance. Sophia says, I love the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast so much. They're so cool and nice. Protect them at all costs.
I will
like
use
that.
my body as a shield.
Yeah.
Get it, shield?
Wim said Mojo says Fitz looks very stylish in a suit.
Oh, Ian DeKestecker is lovely, and
Yeah.
he does always look sort of fab.
Yeah, going through, there's just
Lots and
some
lots of
photos
things.
and love. Gavin Perkins says May is my favorite Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. character. She kicks booty. Yeah, a lot of love and family. And I don't know if you guys are following Marvel on Twitter when we posted those shimmies.
Oh,
Those
yeah?
Shimmies.
Some
They
S.H.I.E.L.D.
dance.
shimmies?
Some S.H.I.E.L.D. shimmies.
Oh, heck yeah.
Interesting question from Wim said. Mojo says, if you guys could bring 2 mutant characters from the comics into our real world, who would it be?
Ooh. I always just want Jean Grey around.
Okay.
I mean, it can go bad. But if it doesn't, it's so good.
I mean, sure, there's definitely the looming Dark Phoenix over everything.
But everybody has that,
yeah.
you know?
I'd like a Wolverine, because he would be around for a very long time.
Oh, yeah, he's
You know what?
unlikely
I
he'd
want
go
Laura
anywhere.
Wolverine. 'Cause she's a little bit more,
Yes.
like, together
Yes,
than he is.
hard agree. Also, Dupe. I just want Dupe around. One of my favorite all-time comics is Jason Aaron's run on Wolverine and the X-Men, where Wolverine is actually the headmaster of the Jean Grey School. And there's a whole issue that just goes into, I think it's issue 16, where he just goes into what Dupe does in a day. Dupe, the little green, floating, weird dude who eats garbage, but he really, like, is the saving grace of the school. He isn't just lazy. He isn't just weird. He, like, has a bunch of jobs he does that are really important. It's
Totally.
great.
And I think if I had to pick a second one, I would go with Cable. Because Cable would time travel, and then you'd look at all, like, the footage from back in the day, and you'd just see him in the background looking all sexy and cool with his metal arm and his eyes, and you'd be like, hey, that guy.
But what if his nanovirus that covers his body, just like, because he like keeps it in control with his psychic ability, but what if everybody got that?
Well, I don't know. I don't think they would, because then people would have gotten it anyway, because, like, he's lost control of it, and it's taken over him before. But we're fine. We're good. He's
Okay,
safe.
you have Cable, I have Jean Grey. You know, it's all fair game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Oh man, tomorrow's gonna be crazy. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. Today was a good time. It's been a good con so far.
Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of cool costume stuff. If you guys loved Yaya Han and her incredible Gamora armor, you guys are definitely gonna want to check out the costume contest that we're gonna be showing tomorrow. And we're gonna have the kids costume contest, which is my favorite.
Yes. Have we had clips of the show being put together? Looking at producers? Yes, great. So
Yes.
shout out to Talia, who's been taking the clips of those.
Thanks, Talia.
Yes, and who's been putting them on our marvel.com/NYCC 2017 hub. So you guys, if you missed anything, you can watch the whole live stream all over again, or look for the clips on the hub site or on YouTube.
As well as those episodes of Becoming, which I know we debuted in the live stream. You can also check those out, which are going to be live on our YouTube page and all of those good things. And we have more stuff coming up after this. Just because we're closing it down here in this room does not mean we're done. We have from Black Panther to Miles Morales, the panel that should just be really super awesome.
Yeah, there was Ta-Nehisi Coates and Jason Reynolds in conversation. I'm very excited about this. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this conversation. So please stay tuned, watch the whole thing, get yourself some pizza juice, and just relax.